Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson, Sports Center, brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, home of smoke-free slots and the highest payout percentage in the area. Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, more spins, more wins, more fun. Let's start with some injury news for the Milwaukee Bucks. They avoid disaster. Shams Charania, ESPN NBA insider, reporting yesterday. Bucks star Giannis Antetokounmpo sustained a low-grade left groin strain. He'll miss 1 to 2 weeks. There was some concern when Giannis left the first half of Monday night's game against the Cleveland Cavaliers that he could miss some significant time. Just 1 to 2 weeks expected per ESPN's Shams Charania. The Bucks back in action tomorrow night, playing host to the Philadelphia 76ers, 7 o'clock tip here on Madison's home of the Bucks, 100.5 ESPN. Football, the Packers back to practice today as they get set to host the Minnesota Vikings Sunday at Lambeau Field. Packers have opened as 6.5-point favorites for Sunday's contest. Plenty more to get you set for it. Rob Dumovsky has it over at ESPN.com. Tonight, Wisconsin Badgers volleyball with a huge showdown at the Fieldhouse. 10th-ranked Wisconsin, 11th-ranked Purdue, second place in the Big Ten on the line. 7:30 first serve.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com. Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
There aren't any Jasons 12 and under. That's a dead name.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
How many kids do you hear, hey, Marky? It might be almost to the point of Ruth.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio.
You love that name so much, you don't even go by it.
On 100.5 ESPN.
If you call me Mark, I'm fine. I like my name. I like my name a lot.
The ESPN Wisconsin app.
Wilde and Tausch.
And ESPN Madison on YouTube.
It's Wilde and Touch, isn't it?
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
It is the Wednesday edition. But no Brian Bulaga today? Oh. Well, it'd be great if you listened anyway. But he'll be here tomorrow. We got that going for us, which is nice addition. The Steve the Homer True still going to join us, right, Jesse? He's not blowing us off, too, is he?
That's correct, and because we normally get to him pretty late because of Bulaga, maybe we get some extra time with Homer today.
Time management will be key edition. And what is our show's position on Jim Carrey movies? Are we pro or con Jim Carrey? I'll explain why I'm asking that in a moment. Edition of Wilde and Tausch. On 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and of course everything you need on the all-new, all-redesigned, all-free, and all-customizable ESPN Wisconsin app, which you can find in both the Apple and Android app stores. I'm Jace Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. And some empty chairs are also in the ESPN
Yeah, we made a lot of
Madison
adjustments yesterday for
Everlight Solar studios. And from his undisclosed location He is the Packers Hall of Famer. He is Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
Good, buddy. How you doing?
Good. I ordered some of the Meat Santa's beef sticks yesterday after the show. I'm eager for those to arrive. I know you're excited about your Wagyu. We were very appreciative of the 2 hours and 50-some minutes that Joe Thomas, the Pro Football Hall of Famer, spent with us yesterday. We always enjoy his company, but we've got a lot of great folks that make our show better, and we'll talk to some of them the remainder of the week. Where do you stand on Jim Carrey?
For the most part, I think his movies are really good. He hasn't done anything. I think he retired. I think if you say you want to watch a Jim Carrey movie, I'm more than likely going to say, let's do it.
Jesse?
Mostly good. I don't know about. My favorite work of his was when he was the Riddler in Batman Forever.
That's not even a Jim Carrey movie.
I understand it's not. I don't think Jim Carrey's my cup of tea.
Really?
Yeah.
I can understand that. Your humor is definitely different.
Yes, my stance on comedy has been much maligned on this show over the years, but it's a little too over the top and too much.
So in your eyes, who is the best comedic actor?
Great question.
Who's your guy? Or gal?
Adam Sandler.
See, I feel like, and that is exactly who I was thinking about when it comes to he's either very much your cup of tea or he's not. Like, I am not, like, Uncut Gems. Now, Adam Sandler, great work.
A serious actor. Yeah.
But like, I'm not a Happy Gilmore guy. That's his comedy is not my thing. So maybe you can't be a Jim Carrey guy. He does have a pretty.
So whose comedy is your thing?
I like Jim Carrey. Like he hasn't done anything funny in a long time, right? What's the last thing he did? He was the Grinch.
What's the last good comedy that's come out?
It's a fair question. It's a fair
Comedy's
question.
dead.
Comedy is dead like
comedy
a handshake?
specials. No, hold up. Stand-up comedy is thriving.
It is.
Comedic movies are dead. Tell me the last great comedy movie that's been released. I'm still waiting.
All right, I will. Let me do a little research on that. I don't go to the movies very often, as you well know.
I would say within the last, let's just say since COVID, 2021. What's the last great comedy that's been released?
There's a rom-com that I can't remember.
What's the name of it? If it's that good, you'll know the name of it.
Anyone.
There was a comedy that was released.
I believe it's called. I heard it on.
That wasn't a funny movie. That was you talking about.
It's a rom-com.
Okay, so you're talking about with Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, Sydney Sweeney and the other guy.
Sydney Sweeney.
Powers.
Everything she touches turns to gold. So was that a great comedy? No, it wasn't.
It was a fine.
It was a
comedy.
funny movie.
I laughed a few times watching it. Yeah,
that's not what a comedy. Okay.
All right, this is going to be painful for me, but I am looking at IMDb, and they have the best comedy movies 2021 to present. They actually have a page for it.
Okay.
And I'm not going to be honest with you. I'm not even sure if I've heard of any of them.
Yeah.
Because to your point, there was this kind of industrial complex of actors who were on Saturday Night Live and then transitioned into movies, or actors who had primetime TV shows, like Kevin James, right? I mean,
Paul Blart.
Exactly.
2 days in a row with a Paul Blart reference on these airways.
No, but like even Will Smith with Hitch, you could say Hitch was funny.
Yes.
Yeah,
I would say
it's a great
Hitch was a
movie.
rom-com that was funny.
Yeah.
There's been nothing like that in the last 4 or 5 years. And I don't know why that's the case. There just hasn't been. But in fairness, most of the movies that are put out are, Netflix and Paramount.
Yeah, like especially
Landman.
like superhero movies,
That's not a comedy.
the big franchise like Jurassic Park, the
for
Marvel
clarifying.
movies. those all go to theaters. Mission Impossible, Top Gun, like those are the theater movies. Mm-hmm. A lot of the comedies are going to go straight to Netflix or Hulu or whatever.
Wasn't there like a remake of Ghostbusters? Was that a comedy? That's a comedy, right?
Well,
that's what I'm talking about.
I mean,
I didn't
Bill
laugh.
Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Will Ferrell, obviously Adam Sandler, like all those guys made the jump, and then they were just churning out funny movie after funny movie.
Melissa McCarthy was on a streak where she was making one every year she was playing some zany character for a while. Yeah.
Zany, that's a great word. Free Guy, that's on this list of funniest movies since 2021. Did you see that?
So I think I did see that one. I think there's I think what happened to comedy is you don't just have like a Jim Carrey like comedy movie, an Adam Sandler comedy movie. You now have, it's either a rom-com or an action comedy or like a murder mystery comedy. Like comedy has now transformed into, there's elements of serious in the movie too. And so I think that genre of movie has just generally changed.
It appears the last work of Jim Carrey, he is not retired per se. Apparently he did a voice for Sonic the Hedgehog 3. My point, actually, because look, I think he had a great run, right? Dumb and Dumber, Liar, Liar, The Truman Show, Bruce Almighty, and of course, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. And Matt LaFleur dropped a reference to that, and it was a little bit of a slap in the face that I'm old now, because I went to look up how old that movie was, and it came out in 1994.
Yeah.
Which is 30 years ago. So I'm guessing there are some young Packers fans that the reference to Laces Out did not resonate. So as a public service, I tried to share a clip from that. Maybe people will rediscover the comedic brilliance of one Jim Carrey. I could tell by the look on your face, you've had enough Jim Carrey talk.
No, I thought you were going to transition into the kicking talk, which
I am going to. That is the plan.
So, no, I think Jim Carrey was a really good actor that had a huge role in pop culture for a lot of or not mine, not yours as much, formative years. Thought it was fantastic. And I'm saying we don't have no Adam Sandler's, Jim Carrey's, Vince Vaughn's. Who are they now?
Yeah.
Who are they?
I don't know who I'm
Chris Rock's. Who's a Chris Rock? Who is our Chris Rock?
Is it Sydney Sweeney?
I'll say whatever Sydney has touched has been gold. I mean, she's turning blue jeans into, Fortune 500 stock. Like whatever, Bitcoin. I saw something yesterday. Bitcoin's dropped a bunch. Said put her in a shirt with Bitcoin on, it'll pop back up. I don't know. But all I could say is I don't know. Like, there are times we could go back, and I know there's some stand-ups. Nate Bargatze is pretty good.
Yeah.
I'd go see him.
Sure.
But outside, like, they're just, and I don't know why, but it's definitely, I'm borderline ready to call this an epidemic. I think we as a country are having a comedic epidemic. And maybe we'd all be a little bit better off if we got some laughs. Maybe. Who's making you laugh? I don't know.
Old T.
Who's making you laugh?
Old T makes me laugh.
I
This
hope
show.
to. I try, but I'm not a comedian. I'm not a stand-up comic.
No, you're not.
But who is?
It's a good question.
Bargatze. Somebody else
Jim
tell me who
Gaffigan.
else is out there.
Al
I
Madrigal,
think
whose work I enjoy.
His time is kind of come and gone, I think.
So I think you're, as is often the case, not always, but many times, dead on this. I do wonder, like, I feel like, again, that Saturday Night Live was churning out. I just started watching on Amazon Prime the I Like Me, the documentary on John Candy. There's another guy who churned out funny movie after funny movie after funny movie. And to your point, I don't think there's many of those Sandlers, Candy, Carey, et cetera, is right now. Will Ferrell, even if you didn't like a lot of Will Ferrell's work, some of it you did, right? Even if it was not every Adam Sandler movie that you liked, some of them you did. And I don't even know who that person is. I also don't know who that person is who will be handling the kicking duties on Sunday. Packers return to practice today. We will see if Brandon McManus, who showed up for the walkthrough before their departure for New York with tightness in his quad on Saturday, and then was listed on the injury report as doubtful, did not kick against the Giants. Lucas Havrisik did. He had been 10 for 10 before that, and then he went 1 for 3 just on extra points. Didn't even try a field goal.
Can we make sure that, and Havrisik stunk. I'm not sitting here trying to say he didn't. Can we make sure that we put into context that those conditions were pretty brutal? Like the long snaps were rough. I know you weren't there, but the winds were gusty, and their kicker struggled too.
Yeah.
Just so we're all on the same page.
So, and that is where this Jim Carrey discussion springs from, because on Monday, Matt LaFleur dropped a reference to Ace Ventura, and if you are too young to get that reference, Ray Finkel, a fictional kicker for the Miami Dolphins, missed a 26-yard field goal in the Super Bowl that would have won the Super Bowl for the Dolphins, and he blamed isotoner pitchman and Dolphins quarterback Dan Marino for having the laces pointed back at the kicker.
Who's the last starting quarterback to be a holder?
Is it Romo? Question. I'll be honest with you. I think it's unlikely that fictional Dolphins team had Dan Marino handling the holding duties
I
at the
remember
time.
Steve Largent, the great wideout, was the holder for the Seahawks back in the day.
I think the Packers even had Mike Pryor do it for a little while when somebody was hurt too. Maybe it was Doug Peterson who was hurt. But yeah, it was a lot. There was a time when it was the backup quarterback, and then there was a shift to, well, the kicker, the punter, and the long snapper, they're not doing anything during practice. And so there was a shift toward having the punter do the holding because they had all the extra time to work on it together, while the backup quarterback had to run the scout team. So Matt Flynn was the holder for a while during your playing career, right? Instead of the punter.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't remember.
That sounds a lot like that minicamp
Now, I know Doug
practice right
Peterson.
there.
Doug Peterson held a lot for Ryan Longwell.
He did.
I know
He
that.
did. Yep, that's true. And then during that 2005 season with the greatest 4-12 team in NFL history, they changed their punter a couple of times. And as Ryan Longwell pointed out in the final game that you guys played, I believe at Lambeau Field that year, Ryan Flynn, Flinn, who had been tending bar a week earlier, came in, handled the punting duties, did the holding, and as Ryan had to make sure we knew, the ball was still rotating while he was kicking it on one of his missed field goals in one of the games late in the season. So that you don't want, and you don't want the laces pointing back at you, which is what happened to Havrisik on the second extra point that he missed. So that's why, that's the long way around to Jim Carrey's a great actor, and I really enjoyed his comedic work, and now we don't have anybody like that anymore.
Well, I saw, and I still don't fully understand how everything was handled with this kicking thing, and I'm still amazed that people are still on board with Rich Bisaccia. Like, I'm kind of amazed, because somebody sent me a stat yesterday, and I don't remember who tweeted it.
Okay.
That there's 5 people that have punt returns of less than 3 yards average. Guess who those are?
Well, I'm going to guess a number of them are employed by the Green Bay Packers.
You would be correct. Like, you remember the old days when we brought in, who's the dude we brought in that was the savior? 5 or 6 years ago, we had negative yards returning punts, and then the one dude comes in.
Tyler Ervin.
And he was our Jets.
Swervin'
Ervin. Thanks, Jason. When he came in and he returned one punt for like 3 yards, and the crowd went crazy
because they were
and
in negative
everybody
at
was
the
like,
time.
This dude is saving us. We are almost back to that stage in the punt return game. So not only do we have whatever on kick coverage and everything else, we probably have the worst punt return. I mean, I don't know. Is there somebody worse? And our kicking game's in shambles. But our punter's good. Like, what are we doing? This is an epidemic. We got a special teams epidemic.
Got a lot of epidemics going on right now. It's going to ruin the handshake. Look, here's my question. Because I don't have any major affinity. If you're going to tease me for liking a coordinator.
No, you love Jeff Hafley. I don't think you like.
Yeah.
I don't even think you like Bisaccia. He's kind of a jerk to you. So that's what I'm saying. Why are we treating him with kid gloves? Like, he's done a bad job.
Like, what we talk,
He's
we
done a
complain
poor
about
job.
the special teams all the time.
Has he done a poor job or a horrible job as a special teams coordinator?
Well, look, they had a guy who was legitimately special as a kickoff return
3
man.
years ago.
I'm just.
Oh, okay.
Let me finish.
Gotcha.
They had a special return guy. They changed the rules. He became a number one corner. So your job as a special teams coordinator, I don't care how difficult it is with the way the roster is built, is to figure it out, right? All 32 of those guys have the toughest coaching job on the staff, I would argue, right? Because you're dealing with mostly backups. Now, Xavier McKinney plays on some kickoff coverage. There are other starters that do have roles. Edgerrin Cooper's another one. But the bottom line is that a lot of times special teams coordinators have to make chicken salad out of chicken you-know-what. The problem is, I'm not making an excuse. If I, again, could just finish my thought briefly.
Of course you can, Jason. I love when you finish your points.
That's what sets apart the really good coordinators is they find a way to make it really good anyway. They all have the deck stacked against them. But if you don't get it done, you're not doing your job. Whether your name is Mike Stock, whether your name is Frank Novak, whether your name is Sean Menenga, whoever you are, and for whatever reason, the Packers never, ever, ever seem to figure out a way to make it better than what they have. I don't understand it, but Bisaccia was supposed to end that, and he hasn't. That is a fair criticism. I have no problem with that. But I don't think, I don't, who's on board with him? Like, who is standing on that hill to say,
Matt LaFleur?
Rich Bisaccia is awesome? I don't know. I haven't heard him say Rich Bisaccia is awesome in a while.
Rob Domofsky's pretty pro Bisaccia.
Is he? We'll have to ask him on Friday. Jesse, write that down.
How much money he makes. Can't ask him how much money he makes. It's just been, it hasn't gotten any better. Matter of fact, you can make an argument it's gotten worse.
Well, right now, you don't have a punt return option.
It's cost us 2 games. It took you 5 weeks to figure out how to protect a field goal. And your kicker, you let your kicker, he gets hurt and he's still kicking, and then he doesn't. He comes back, and you keep another kid, and then it's windy. I don't know. I just think I think we've seen enough postseason games go by the wayside because of bad special teams. That's such a lame excuse, though. Oh, you got to make chicken salad out of chicken.
It's not an excuse. My point is that other guys do it.
But plenty of guys have done it and done it well.
Right.
So I'm not interested in that.
That was the point, is that the good ones make the chicken
salad. You know what's
salad.
great, Jason? When you have a story, is there's a beginning, there's a middle, and there's an end. I must have missed the end part. I didn't miss the end part when it comes to Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. And when it comes to your home, the smart play is to trust Gina Della and her great team at Pella Windows and Doors. And this month, score a whole house of new energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month. 0 interest for up to 72 months. That's like a drive you can sustain for years, keeping your home comfortable thanks to the incredible defense played by Pella Windows, stopping all of those drafts. Don't wait. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com. I bet Haversick makes those kicks if we're in a dome with Pella windows in it last week.
He could have kicked 61-yard extra points under those conditions.
Maybe.
My
that
point.
wind out of there.
Yeah. We'll discuss this a little bit further. If you are a Rich Bisaccia supporter, like, I don't know, you know how they do like presidential approval ratings?
Sure.
Are there still people that would vote that Rich Bisaccia is doing a good job?
No.
Not one person.
I can't even imagine. You ask Rich Bisaccia, I don't think if he's being honest, he'd tell you he's done a good job.
Could this be our first poll since, are you familiar with the game Canyon? That would be so one-sided. We will search the world over for Rich Bisaccia supporters and discuss more about the kicking situation next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here for Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie. Well, Zimbrick Chevrolet is truly the name you can trust. But you know what you can't trust? Wisconsin's winter weather. With temperatures dropping, you'd better make sure your vehicle is ready for the winter roads. Get your vehicle prepared now so you don't have any issues when that pesky snow gets worse in the next few months. I recommend stopping in to see the amazing service team at Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie. Get a tune-up, check the battery, check your tires, that's a big one for the winter, change the oil, and make sure all the inner workings of your vehicle are in tip-top shape. You can take my word for it, whether you're making a holiday weekend trip, driving your kids to sports tournaments, or simply getting to work on time when the snow can slow you down. Zimbrick Chevrolet is truly the name you can trust. Schedule a service appointment, view vehicle inventory, and learn more about all they have to offer at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. That's ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Win a pair of tickets to see Green Bay host Chicago on December 7th, which includes access to Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination, the Tundra Trio. 3 upscale homes just steps from the stadium, featuring next-level pre- and post-game festivities with gourmet food and premium drinks. Thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. Enter to win now at ESPNWisconsin.com. Wherever you watch the game, nothing hits like the bold signature flavor of Dr. Pepper. Enjoy an ice cold Dr. Pepper during your next visit to McDonald's. No purchase necessary. Enter by November 23rd.
We love the Packers. We bleed green and gold. And every time our team takes the field, well, it's pure football bliss. If only there was a way to experience that blissful winning feeling every day. At Associated Bank, we've got you with 10% off Lambeau concessions and 15% off Pro Shop merch. All when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank. It's how Packers fans keep winning on game day and every day. Associated Bank, Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. If you're looking for a place where you can better yourself while having a wonderful atmosphere, you have it at the Princeton Club. Strong communities, strong body, and strong mind. All it takes is one small step to start today. You will see that you have everything you need in order to achieve all of your goals. Find your better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. 8 Madison locations where you go in there, you take a tour, and you realize this is a place for me. Find more at PrincetonClub.net.
This is Ricky, owner of Infinity Exteriors here in Madison. I've seen it too many times. Homeowners paying thousands too much for new windows. Big promises of premium installs that never deliver. Madison, you deserve better. At Infinity Exteriors, we're local experts for energy-efficient windows, roofing, and siding with transparent pricing and no gimmicks. Every project comes with a lifetime workmanship because we believe in doing it right. We're on a mission to save our communities from overpriced, unqualified window contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com, proud partner of your Madison Mallards.
Mark Tauscher here, and your seat at the table just got better at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Return to Hard Rock Casino Rockford's high-limit room, where the odds are in your favor. With enhanced game rules, including blackjack, where the dealer stands on soft 17, you'll enjoy better odds, faster play, and the kind of authentic high-limit action that sets Hard Rock Casino Rockford apart. Visit the high-limit room and rediscover your game on your terms, in your rhythm, and with your edge at Hard Rock Casino Rockford.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Call you up in the middle of the night, like a firefly without a light. You were there like a blowtorch burning. I was a key that could use a little turning. So tired that I couldn't even sleep. So many secrets I couldn't keep. I promised myself I wouldn't weep. One more promise I couldn't keep.
So, as much as I was planning on discussing more of the kicking follies and the special teams issues, I checked the YouTube commentary, which I like to do, even though sometimes it's a little edgier than I would prefer. And it has been suggested that the...
Comedy? You want to hit comedy?
No, there's not appear to be any comedy. That we also need to get over the charm of Jeff Hafley and get after him for the run defense. Look, he talks on Thursday. 2 of the last 3 games, their run defense has not been good enough. I can guarantee you that'll be part of the discussion when he talks tomorrow. I'd like to have some answers as to why that's been an issue. I'd also like to have some answers, and maybe this will be asked of Matt LaFleur when he talks at 11 by some of my brethren. What's going on with Rashawn Gary? Like, there are issues on this team. I don't think this program, at least, has buried its head about it. We spent a fair amount of time earlier in the week talking about Luke Musgrave, who played the fewest of any of the 3 tight ends in terms of snaps. Matt LaFleur got up there on Monday, told us that, I've been very clear with the staff. He needs to play more.
Sure.
Which, again,
Jason, do you believe on Monday that we'll be having a discussion that Luke Musgrave had the most snaps as tight end on Monday?
I think it's possible that he will have had the most snaps. I think it's unlikely that he will be someone who had a hugely productive game. But if you'd like to pick him as your Steinhoffler for the 3rd straight week,
I might.
Go ahead.
His stock is low. I don't even know what the hell's going on now. I feel like there's been a coup. I feel like there's been a coup d'etat over at 565 Analytics. I see some Richmond dude is in there now. There's other people talking about revamping.
Yeah.
No, you go start your own analytics firm. Yeah. There's no more. 565 is dead. You want to start a new Richmond, something else, okay. But no, Luke Musgrave, I don't know if you could put him out there with what you just saw. Now, the only thing is, I don't know if anybody showed anything else. Matt LaFleur can say what he wants. I'll say Monday will tell you a lot. Just like I thought this last Monday when we went over the stats and the rep count. Because you can say, I tell you this all the time, say what you want to say, but it's about what you do. It's about what you do. What you can say, I'm going to get Musgrave out there more. He's got this. Well, then you're going to play him more. If you firmly believe that, he's going to be out there more. And he wasn't. And that's okay. But then don't tell me, don't pee down my back and tell me it's a shower. You know what I mean?
I think it's pee on my head and tell me it's raining. I think what you just described is something that some people take an interest in.
Whoa, Nelly!
I am.
That's something Paula? Is that so?
No.
Is that something you guys?
That is definitely
Elmo.
That is gross.
You get Elmo?
I don't want to go any further into this, but let me just make it very clear. If I haven't been clear on my Rich Bisaccia position or my Jeff Van position, I can be very clear on this. That is not something that I find appealing. That is disgusting.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Fair enough.
What else are we unhappy with? This feels like a really good question for our fans. Like maybe even to take calls on a Wednesday, which we never do, but we don't have Bulaga.
Let's do it.
What are you unhappy with when it comes to the Green Bay Packers right now? We've talked about special teams. We talked about Rashawn Gary. We talked about the run defense. And we talked about Luke Musgrave already. Now, I don't think, maybe I'm Timmy Lasso again to be talking about the negatives. But there are things to be concerned about. No doubt about it. We will find out today, too, what the status will be, at least for practice today, of Josh Jacobs. Jordan Love is okay. I don't think there's any concerns about his availability, but this will be an interesting day to find out a lot.
Jaden Reed going to be out there practicing? Is that the plan?
I was just about to segue to saying, first, make your calls. 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. What are you unhappy with?
What's at the top of your list? What's at the top of your list?
I think the run defense is something that would make me, if I was a Packers fan, very nervous. Especially not necessarily Sunday with the Vikings. Although, I don't know, maybe Aaron Jones back at Lambeau Field again. Big opportunity for him. But especially going into Thanksgiving. Because watching Jahmyr Gibbs on Sunday night, I know the Lions ultimately lost that game. But, man, he's really good. I'm sure people knew that already.
I watched him in week one. He wasn't that good.
Right, but you also felt better about the Packers' run defense in week one. Right now, 2 of the last 3 games, it has not been very good. And it wasn't even against Cam Scadaboo. It was against the backup running backs for the Giants. We'll get into that. Tausch, I don't know about you, but maybe you want to try out a little prize picks on opposing running backs and take more. That could be a winning strategy.
Yeah, potentially, and whether it's football, basketball, or both, Prize Picks makes every game more exciting. Simple to play, pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. Get them right, cash in. Now Prize Picks has stacks. Pick the same player up to 3 times in one lineup. You want more on Giannis's points, rebounds, assists? Well, good news is, if you had Giannis, there's also injury reboots. You missed some of the game, your player leaves in the first half, doesn't return, it won't count as a loss. Deposits are fast and easy with Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code WI, and you'll get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, that's code WI on Prize Picks. Prize Picks. It's good
to be right. All right. So I do want to play, if you haven't seen the clip with LaFleur referring to Ace Ventura, I do want to play that at some point because you said, is that the one that the boys on Wisconsin's Morning News enjoyed?
Yeah, the old 2-day tease. Yep,
yeah,
the double
we want to pay
tease,
that off eventually. But the question that we have, because we've covered 4 negatives in the last 5 minutes, what are you unhappy with? Packers won on Sunday, okay?
Yep.
Usually, and quite frankly, I think when they win, we definitely get fewer calls. So we have some leftover calls that we didn't take because no one called because they weren't as ticked off about the result. 844-770-3776. What are you unhappy with right now? That is the Carbless Talk and Text line, 844-770-3776. I do think there's something to be happy about, and that are the breadcrumbs, Hansel and Gretel, about who might be starting to practice starting today. We'll take your calls and talk about that next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
I knew that we were going to be getting engaged soon and needed to do some ring shopping. Heard the radio ads of Chalmers and decided, hey, we should give it a shot at Chalmers.
They were just awesome at accepting us through the door and understanding what she wanted in terms of how she wanted it, and they delivered.
Everybody always is telling me how sparkly my ring is. They tell me that they really like the style of the ring and the setting that it's in. I am ecstatic with it.
Thank you, Chalmers.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 6 years.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 11/30/2025.
Oh no, there's only seltzer left, and it's passionberry almond fruit? Who comes up with these? Kick the aluminum can to the curb and mix up a cocktail you actually want with Tito's. It tastes great, it's gluten-free, and it's available in a variety of sizes for your convenience. The flavor abilities are endless. Tito's Handmade Vodka, the official spirit of whatever you want to drink. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious. With multiple engine options and impressive towing, while Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
When it comes to your career, most companies want you to be interested in them. At Northwestern Mutual, their mutual interest is you. That's why they listen to your career goals, plan the steps to get there, and work side by side all along the way. To learn more about career opportunities, search for Northwestern Mutual Southern Wisconsin online or call 608-836-3080. That's 608-836-3080. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Prize Picks is the best way to win cash on the Packers, on the Bucks, and whether it's football, basketball, or both, Prize Picks makes every game more exciting. Hey, it's Mark Tausch here with ESPN Wisconsin, and I've been playing Prize Picks, and it is as fun and simple as it gets. Which players are going to go off? Which ones are overhyped? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds, and you can turn your takes into cash. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats, get them right, and you can cash in. And now Prize Picks has stacks. Pick the player up to 3 times in one lineup. You want more on Giannis's threes, assists, rebounds? Stack them all only on Prize Picks. Plus, you can follow other players and copy their lineups in one click in the new Feed tab. And with injury reboots, if your player leaves in the first half and doesn't return, it won't count as a loss. Deposits are fast and easy with Venmo, Apple Pay, and MasterCard, and more. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use that code WI and you get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, that's code WI for Prize Picks. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
We're on the Packers.
Days like today are a good reminder that Jordan Love is ready. Give him more of the load. Jordan Love needs to be your guy.
Nobody covers the green and gold like 100.5 ESPN.
All right. Yeah.
Jaden Reed posting yesterday on social media a photo of him in full uniform. On Monday, I asked Matt LaFleur if there was any chance they might be opening up some 21-day practice windows for anyone come Wednesday. And he said, I sure as hell hope so. And then he had a big grin on his face. Where's Kay Adams when we need her? But I think my instincts tell me that Jayden Reed is going to practice. It's been 9 weeks since the injury. He broke his collarbone. He also had surgery on his foot. 2-for-1 deal. I don't think that they're going to ramp him up quickly for him to play on Sunday against the Vikings. If you think back to what they did with Christian Watson, who again was a different injury. They had him miss 2 games, and then he played after 19 of the 21 days of the practice window. He played against Pittsburgh.
So Bears game. You're thinking Bears game.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know that. That is an educated guess. Also, I don't know what to expect from Marshawn Lloyd. I get a question about him every so often from fans. The guy's played 1 NFL game out of a possible 28 since he was drafted. I don't have high expectations for what his impact could be, but if there was a week where you could potentially use him, it would be this week with the uncertainty with Josh Jacobs. So that's where we stand. We'll find out. Matt LaFleur may tell us right before practice when he speaks at 11 o'clock about his plans for opening up some practice windows for those players. But our question that we put out there, and we've already got a ton of calls, so keep them coming on the Carbless Talk and text line 844-770-3776. What are you unhappy with? What are you dissatisfied with? We started on the Bisaccia train. We talked about the run defense. We wondered about Rashawn Gary and Luke Musgrave, not Lucas Van Ness, although he's also a question mark lately. Let's go to the phones. 844-770-3776. That is the Carbless Talk and text line. Let's start in Salt Lake City. Talk to Austin. Austin, good morning, buddy. How are you?
Hey, good morning, guys. I'm doing pretty good. I'm glad you did this morning.
Good. I'm glad you're glad. What are you dissatisfied with?
Well, I feel like a lot of the offensive game planning and personnel have kind of gotten stale. I don't know why we're not playing Christian Watson and Matthew Golden as our 1 and 2. Now, Jayden Reed, where does he fit in? I'd like to know where you guys think the receivers stack up, especially when Reed gets back, and who should get paid between Dobbs and Wicks. But I don't love how we get subbed out and make it very obvious if we're running pass, if we're running a run. The same thing goes for the tight ends, too. If Musgrave can't play all aspects of the position, he needs to be on the bench. I think it's time. And I just don't think this offensive staff is that creative anymore. I think it's getting stale. And I think we need receivers coaches and a new coordinator, an offensive coordinator.
So here's a couple things, and I think this is a great place to start because this is not what we discussed initially in terms of the things we were maybe negative about. Thanks for the call, Austin. Let's start with what he's – look, I agree that Matthew Golden needs to play more. But Matthew Golden has a shoulder injury.
How many snaps did he get last week?
So he left with that shoulder injury again. So I don't know how much of that is by choice and how much of that is by injury that he's not out there.
Sure.
The wide receiver snaps on Sunday. Now, remember, the previous week against the Eagles, Christian Watson played 56 out of the 68 snaps, and then he cropped up on the injury report. He was fine for the game, but he did acknowledge that he had some soreness because he hadn't played that many snaps in a game. Well, he played another high percentage on Sunday in New York. Packers ran 55 offensive plays. 55.
It's not enough. Not enough.
Totally agree. Your wide receiver snaps. Christian Watson, 43. Romeo Dobbs, 42. Dontavion Wicks, 31. Matthew Golden, 19. Savion Williams, 2.
One big one. One real big one.
Bo Melton, also 2. Malik Heath, 0. He was back in Green Bay. So if Golden is healthy, I'm guessing he plays far more than 19 snaps, but probably not more than Dobbs and Watson. He's probably around the 30 that Wicks got, and maybe Wicks gets a few less.
Wicks will be battling. Him and Wicks will be battling for the reps. Yeah, no, and Austin, good call. I don't agree with everything Austin said there. What I would say is Matthew Golden has to earn reps. I mean, just because he's a first-round pick, and we all see that he's talented, and everybody was kind of glazing him during training camp and preseason. Yeah, that's great, but you gotta go and perform and do it. And you're, as a first-round pick, going to get more opportunities than everybody else. And I think he's gotten that. But got to stay healthy, and you got to perform when it's done. And I think he's shown those flashes. Young players, it's tough to, I think one of the things Homer said that I actually agree with is that you look at them at their best, not at their worst. And at their best, Matthew Golden's done some really nice things.
Mm-hmm.
But this is getting to be playoff positioning. No longer it's October. We're getting to that old Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving, Belichick said it back in the day, that's when you start finding out who's real and who's not.
It's also when you play flashes.
Matthew Golden he's got to earn more. He's got to earn it. I don't want to just because he's a number one pick throw him out there. Right now, if I'm Matt LaFleur, it's Dobbs and Watson as much as I can. That's where I'm at. And then when Reed gets back and he's healthy, those are my three. And then Matthew Golden, we'll give you some sprinkles. But you ain't going to be the ice cream. You're going to be sprinkles. And until you show that you can stay healthy and be consistent, those are my three guys that I want to count on. And then I want Matthew Golden to force me to play him more. That's how this would go in my book.
Just a brief aside, because I just saw this come up across my desk. McCole Hardman, who the Packers had,
Pretty good little punt return for Buffalo. Yeah.
Who's an accomplished return man, did it with the Chiefs for a long time, went to Buffalo, had a 61-yard return, but, and I think this is one of the reasons why the Packers were reluctant with him, now he won't play on Thursday. He's got an injury. So he's been ruled out for tomorrow's game already. So, you can't make the club sitting in the tub, and you can't help the special teams if you're unavailable. But, he's a guy that probably would have given their return game a bump if he could stay healthy. And he gave the Bills a bump on Sunday, and now he's not available this week. So I think that's the reason why the Packers didn't like him. I'm not saying that's the right decision, but that's the reason, I think. They feel like he was
So let's put
frail.
our oft-concussed wide. Come on now. I get what you're saying, but that position has been completely bungled.
I agree. I'm not saying it hasn't been bungled. I'm just explaining why they didn't like him.
Well, that's great. Yeah, I get it, but you bungled on bungled. So you got two big bungles.
A double bungle. Got to watch out for the double bungle.
And how many spots do you actually got? Like, how many bungles can you possibly have as a special teams coach? And one of the big jobs is making sure you have somebody that can catch the ball and can gain some positive yards. Like, I legit think we should call Swervin' Irvin again. We have hit Swervin' Irvin stage level of ineptitude with what we're doing. We have.
I will
Jason,
look up.
I don't remember which text string I sent it to, but somebody sent that over. And we had 3 of the bottom 5 in our top punt returners are all in the bottom of punt returns. Like, you have to try to have 3 guys do that. It's one thing if you got 1. We had 3.
It appears that Tyler Irvin has not played in the National Football League since his last snap for the Packers in 2020.
I know.
Okay. I was just curious if he was still around. That's all.
But, just like I don't want Jordy Nelson coming back as a wideout.
He's too busy ruling on Jamar Chase spitting.
Somebody I want our new version of Swervin' Irvin.
Okay, yeah.
Imagine somebody coming in, fielding a punt and picking up 6 yards, They'll basically get a parade in the Bay.
Let's get to another call before we go to break, because we've got 4 calls already. Keep them coming on the Carbless Talk and Text line, 844-770-3776. Let's go to Garrett in Madison. Garrett, thanks for calling in. What would you like to get off your chest about what's bothering you about the Packers right now?
Yes, what's going on with the Packers secondary? Why aren't they pressing more, giving up 8 to 10 yards, getting that first down? Why are they playing more zone? Yes, Evan Williams got the great interception at the end of the game against the Giants. McKinney with the interception against the Carolina Panthers up in Lambeau. But why are we giving up so much yards and letting them get first downs and driving that ball down the field?
So I understand that, and I think Gabe Neitzel had similar concerns a couple weeks ago. I didn't think that was as big of an issue on Sunday. I thought they played more man, but they like Tausch. We've talked about this many times. We used to talk about it with your old teammates, Charles Woodson and Al Harris. They played so much man, they didn't get interceptions, right? And zone allows you to have vision to the ball. But people get frustrated, and this is a hot-button issue for a lot of Packers fans. If it's 3rd and 6 and you're playing 8 to 10 yards off of the receiver and you drive on him to tackle him after he's picked up the first down, that annoys people. And I don't blame them.
Yeah.
I don't have a good answer as to why you would defend that way other than preventing the big play. Then please give it to us.
I got the answer for you. Just think back. Close your eyes for a second. Who just called?
Eyes are closed.
Who just said? Who just said?
Garrett in Madison.
So Garrett, close your eyes and remember when Micah Parsons was doing what he does, and Micah Parsons is not the problem here.
No,
he's winning an unbelievable 35.9% of his pass rushes, which is obscene. Okay, it is obscene. But let's just close our eyes and remember when Keyshawn Nixon and Valentine and these DBs are plastering their guys and basically playing basketball and defending and tipping passes away at the sticks. We remember those days. They're not that long ago. And why we remember it is because I said the Parsons effect and the fact that Rashawn Gary is causing pressure and the quarterbacks were panicking and it was check down Charlie because nobody could protect. Well, teams have figured some things out, and the protection has been better. And now these DBs see that, and they can't be as aggressive as they want to be. So I don't think the DBs have changed their approach. I think that the opposing teams and what they've been able to do have changed their approach because that dominant pass rush, sans numbers 1, hasn't been the same. Devontae Wyatt hasn't been the same. I think the fact Lucas Van Ness isn't out there is hurt. Rashawn Gary hasn't been the same. So if you want to talk DBs, our DBs are our DBs. Matter of fact, we've gotten better since old boy has been out. That's the
There's
reality.
There's no denying that. You're right. Yep.
So I can't jump on board with that negative because I think that is a direct correlation with we ain't getting to the quarterback like we did. And that, to me, is the question, not why are we playing softer zones, etc. And by the way, we lost to the Carolina Panthers. They scored 102 yards throwing the football. Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, that's fair, too. I guess my...
And I think the Philadelphia Eagles, their wide receivers had basically a riot after the game because they didn't get any balls other than Devontae Smith.
Right, for the touchdown. Mm-hmm.
Are we saying that the Giants, because the Giants, there was more there, but in the same respect, if you want to complain about the DBs, I'm going to say catch the blanket ball.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I ain't going to say coverage. Why? I think the coverage been fine. Catch the ball. Jameis, 3 of 4, you caught 1. You catch 3, we're probably talking a whole different storyline than we did today.
Jameis Winston on the day, 19 of 29, 201 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. The longest completion, he had 3 of these. The longest completion went for 20 yards. So they didn't give up big
I'm
plays.
sorry. Is NFL, former first round, number 1 overall pick, Other than Dak Prescott, which quarterback did you leave and say, boy, did they torch us?
Yeah, no one this season, for sure.
Thank you. That ain't the problem, people.
We'll keep exploring your frustrations with the Packers.
Does Walter Stanley, our good buddy Danny from Bristol just texted me, does Walter Stanley's kids still play? Because we all remember Walter Stanley.
I think he's a free agent. The Packers had him in camp last year. But I don't know if he's on anybody's roster. I'll look that up after I tell you.
With Thanksgiving coming.
Oh, yeah.
And we all remember the great Walter Stanley's return.
We do.
Let's reach into that big, beautiful nostalgia bucket. Let's grab us a Walter Stanley to be our new Swerve and Irvin for Thanksgiving against the Detroit Lions next week. How's that sound?
Dimitri Stanley is Walter's son. Okay. I will try and track him down after I tell you about our jingle for your Kringle contest. It's back, and it's better than ever. We've even got our own website for it now. Jingle for your Kringle, presented by Racine Danish Kringles. Your chance to let your creative juices flow, deliver a musical performance, and potentially win Kringle for a year. Remember, you got to get one line in. 60 seconds or less. The line that has to be included in your jingle. It's not just a treat, it's a tradition that has to be included. But other than that and the time limit, get as creative as you'd like. If you want to do an homage to Wicked, well, that was done last year, and it was like 5.5 minutes. So it's only 60 seconds. JingleForYourKringle.com is our website, brought to you by Racine Danish Kringles. You can give them a call right now, 800-4DANISH, or go to Kringle.com to order your Kringle for this holiday season. We'll get to more of your calls, 844-770-3776. Packers 6-3-1. They'd be the number 6 seed right now in the NFC. But there are some things that are problematic about them. What are you frustrated about when it comes to the Packers? We'll get to more of your calls next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut. You know how much I've loved Pizza Hut going back to the days when I was a kid participating in their legendary Book It program. I loved Pizza Hut back then, and I love making new memories enjoying Pizza Hut with my family now. Pizza Hut delivers a win every time with the Big Dinner Box. For just $19.99, you get 2 medium, 1-topping pizzas, 8 boneless wings, and 5 breadsticks. Feed your whole team for one unbeatable price. Choose your crust, hand-tossed, pan, thin and crispy, or even tavern style. Order now for delivery or carryout at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. The Big Dinner Box for just $19.99, only at Pizza Hut. And remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
You, rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to BadgerlandChevy.com. A tipped cap from Barry Alvarez for Wisconsin football's effort against second-ranked Indiana. Coach hoping the outing serves as a building block for the program. His words from the latest episode of The Barry Alvarez Show.
I thought our guys, obviously, they weren't intimidated. They went out there and felt that they had a chance to win and went after them, but weren't strong enough to hold up for 4 quarters. And we have to get to the point where we're not celebrating moral victories. And competing for a half is not good enough. We've got a long way to go.
This episode of The Barry Alvarez Show available on the ESPN Wisconsin app and on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Get a whole house of new Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% financing for up to 6 years.
Wow. Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Visit PellaWI.com today.
I'm Scarlett Johansson. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals help fuel my love for acting. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Grassland Butter is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin. Grassland is family owned and has been crafting butter for 5 generations. That's why at Grassland Butter, you're more than just an employee, you're family. The Wietrich family believes in supporting each other, growing together, and building a workplace where everyone feels valued. Your voice matters at Grassland Dairy. Your success is our success. Join a team where culture isn't just a buzzword, it's how we live every day. Check us out online at grassland.com. That's grassland.com.
Black Friday deals are here at Brothers Maine. Score the lowest prices of the year on top brands like GE Appliances, Cafe, Hotpoint, and higher. With our low price guarantee, Big Box can't beat our deals. Shop local and save at Brothers Maine.
Kringle, all I want for Christmas is you.
Dad!
What?
We've talked about this. Yeah, your Jingle for Your Kringle entry last year was so lame that Racine Danish Kringle banned you from their contest.
I thought it was only a one holiday season ban.
It was a lifetime ban.
Well, I guess I'm out, but here's how you can enter our ESPN Wisconsin Racine Danish Kringle Jingle for Your Kringle contest on Wilde and Tausch. Submit your own original jingle to ESPNWisconsinContest.com. Then we'll pick the most creative songs, and our grand prize winner will get Kringle for a year. Make sure you include Racine Danish Kringle. It's not just a treat, it's a tradition in your jingle. If you don't want to sing, but you still want to celebrate the holidays with Racine Danish Kringle, call 800-4DANISH or visit Kringle.com and order their all-new flavor, Peppermint Brownie Kringle.
Racine Danish Kringle, such a tasty, yummy treat with a flaky crust and sweet icing. It's the best thing you can eat.
Oh, like that's so much better than mine.
Well, at least we're not off key.
When you've been seriously injured, you need a trusted team on your side. Gruber Law Offices is available 24/7 and will even come to you. Your first call is free. Your first visit is free. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Every day is like a blank canvas. You know you can paint it any way you want it. You can draw a black cloud. You can make the sunshine, color in a rainbow, or use black and white. Open up your eyes and your imagination.
Let's get some more of your calls as we close up the 9 o'clock hour after 10 a.m. Almost as if Bulaga was here. He will join us tomorrow. It's not worse. Come on.
We usually
we're if we're out anytime before 10:18, it's better. Let's go back to the phones. 844-770-3776. Let's talk to Ron in Rome. Ron, good morning. Welcome to Wilde and Tausch. What bothers you?
Well, I'd like Tausch to comment on this. You know, one of the main things players say about their coaches is they appreciate when they're a straight shooter. Like people will say about Pat Murphy, I don't like when he's mad at me, but I know where I stand, and if I correct it, then we're all good. Whereas I feel like there's and I know there's these nuts and bolts problems, but I'm not a believer in getting rid of coaches and kickers when they're in slumps, because that's, it's not a winning culture that does that. But there's been a persistent problem with a lack of communication when we have problems with either medical or mental problems like Bakhtiari and Heath, Dobbs, Jair Alexander, this kicker fiasco, where when you ask Matt LaFleur, he's like, well, I didn't talk to that player. Or the coach said, didn't talk to me about it. I mean, I know, and this is what I want to ask Tausch. I know, it's a lot of people on these teams, a lot of coaches. The head coach can't be in with every player, but shouldn't the assistant coaches be in their heads and go to LaFleur when they have a concern and say, I think you need to talk to this player. We're having a problem with him?
100%.
So,
what, Jason? Jump in.
I think LaFleur tried to be funny, and he wasn't funny, and it was a colossal
About
mistake.
Not having a conversation with the kicker?
Yes. I think there was this.
Talk to kickers?
Yes. When he said that, I think it was stupid.
Comedy is really dead.
Well, but there was this whole weird thing, right? There was it's a major concern with the quad, right? That's what he said.
Yep.
And then McManus shot back with, well, I didn't bring my thesaurus to work today, so we use a different word. And then LaFleur had the thing about I don't talk to kickers. And look, in the end, as McManus said on Thursday to us,
to Troy Aikman,
LaFleur was right. No, there was that layer too. The Troy Aikman semi-healthy. Like, this is the word you used is bungled, and it's a perfect word. But I just think the idea that Matt LaFleur did not talk at all to Brandon McManus is his own fault because he made not funny LaFleur's fault. Because he made this, I don't talk to kickers. He has talked to him on multiple occasions. Yes.
Okay.
But why?
Right, well,
that was a dumb joke. Dumb.
Yeah, I don't get that. I'll say this, and Ron, here's what always happens. When you're injured, you will go through the process, and I think the coaches want to stay out, especially in the beginning of it. They want to talk to you and, see how you're feeling and kind of get an idea on where your head's at. Then they want to leave you alone. And then when you start ramping up, that's when you'll see a coach. And all the time you'd walk over and the coach – I can remember Mike Sherman coming over to me and Cliffy before the first training camp practice that we both were going to go back live. And he said, "You boys good? You're sure you feel good about this? Because this isn't going to be like, in season. This is full tilt, blah, blah, blah." And we were both like, yep. You want to have that – even if it's 2 minutes, you want to have that conversation so that everybody feels, and then when a Wilde asks, Mike Sherman could go and say, "Yeah, I talked to Tausch, I talked to Cliffy, they're good to go. Yeah, I talked to McManus. He's a little bit, his quad's a little bit, it's bothersome, and we're a little concerned." Having that and then being messaged up is important because you don't want to start getting it where all of these variables come up, and then you're sitting there and you don't know, well, I don't even know how good he is. And then you hear something from Troy Aikman that you don't even hear from the head coach, and none of it makes any sense. So, listen, man, I don't want coaches to be robots. I don't want coaches to handle everything like Bill Belichick. But there's certain things where it's, winning football games, while people could say, oh, it's not really, blah, blah, blah. It's important. And when it comes to that, there isn't joking around. And if it was a joke, all right.
It was dumb.
I'll give him the benefit. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But now we've reached where how this situation has been handled is a bungling of bungling. And it's cost you. I mean, it's cost you. Now, what are you going to do about it moving forward? So, coaches, you talk the process that Jaden Reed will be going through, just for an example.
Yep.
He's going to be rehabbing. They put a plan in place probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. Hey, this is when we think you can start doing this. Jaden, you keep telling us if you feel like we're progressing on this track, great. We will have those conversations with the head football coach. You have those conversations when you're in meetings. And if everything goes, we're all go. Let's plan this. And maybe you're ahead of it. You feel better after a couple days of practice this week that maybe you can play in Detroit.
Right.
Awesome. But you have that open line of communication because there is no doubt you always feel better or at least more clarity when you actually have conversations with the people making these decisions. And you have that, you can at least say, I disagree, but this is the decision that we've made as a group. And that's how you go about your business. That's how you should go about your business.
And if your business needs packaging and supply chain help, then you should go about your business by calling Lakeland Supply. Am I right? Boy, that may be one of my greatest segues ever, which is a low bar, I understand.
Until you just patted yourself on the back end, but it was a fantastic segue. Yes.
All right, enough patting myself on the back. More about Lakeland Supply. Their core values are an important piece of their business. Like any great business, they are no different. They've been displaying their core values in the industrial supply space for over 40 years. Integrity, excellence, stewardship, partnership, and faith. They're ISO certified, a Future 50 winner. They're top rated in customer satisfaction, and they believe in giving back to the community. Lakeland isn't one of those catalog companies either. They work to be your packaging and supply expert, building plans around what you want. Lakeland Supply is in business to make your business better. So set up a free packaging and supply chain assessment at lakelandsupply.com. Way earlier than if we had Brian Bulaga on the show. The 10 o'clock hour starts.
Yeah.
It's a 6-minute differential.
What are you talking about? Easily 6 minutes.
I mean, we're earlier than when Bulaga's on. It's still 10,
That's
12.
all I said. I didn't say that we hit the 10 o'clock hour on time, did I,
In fairness,
Jesse?
we also took calls. And we never do that on Wednesday.
Like the Badgers' offense was closer to a first down than they normally are, but instead of 4th and 12, it's 4th and 9. Like, great.
I think that's uncalled for, and you're just now trying to delay us further so you can be closer to being right.
Yep.
The 10 o'clock hour starts in 2 minutes. Stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
What's new at Zimbrick Chevrolet? A lot. A free car wash with every service, plus a brand new detail facility to keep your ride looking fresh all year long. Relax with coffee and snacks while you wait, and if you can't, grab one of their numerous service loaners, take the shuttle, or even get a lift on them. Plus, Zimbrick Chevrolet has the largest new Chevrolet inventory in southern Wisconsin, and you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
This is Derek Engler. You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center, brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out, 220 State Street and online at goodmansjewelers.com. The Green Bay Packers back to practice today as they get set to host the division rival Minnesota Vikings Sunday afternoon at Lambeau Field. Kickoff is set for noon. The Packers listed as 6.5-point favorites, according to ESPN Bet. Head coach Matt LaFleur meeting with the media shortly before practice this morning. All the latest from ESPN Packers reporter Rob Domofsky. Check it out over at ESPN.com. Stay tuned. Conversation continues on Wilde and Tausch till noon here on 100.5 ESPN. NBA, some good news for Giannis. He left Monday night's loss in Cleveland with an injury. Left groin injury is what it was listed as that night. ESPN's Shams Charania reporting Giannis only expected to be out 1 to 2 weeks with that injury. The Bucks next in action Thursday night, hosting the Philadelphia 76ers at Fiserv Forum. Tip time set for 7 o'clock. Tonight on 100.5 ESPN, after Jim, Matt, and Molly from 6 to 7, catch a special replay of the Barry Alvarez show from this week, which you can also find on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, followed by a huge volleyball match. 10th-ranked Wisconsin, 11th-ranked Purdue. First serve set for 7:30.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now, and it continues with your calls. Our question, if you're tuning in late, first of all, where you been? Secondly, the Packers are 6-3-1. They are a half game behind the Bears for first place in the NFC North. Bears are 7-3. They have won 6 of 7. 6-7. The Detroit Lions are 6-4, having some offensive issues when they're not playing the Commanders. But what are you unhappy with? We kind of started the day with a discussion of Rich Bisaccia, then we mentioned Luke Musgrave and Rashawn Gary, then we talked about the run defense. So we thought, hey, what are you unhappy with as a Packers fan right now, heading into the final 7 games? Let's get to more of your calls on the subject. Jesse, I don't know where Gleason is.
I got to admit, there's a couple, so it is Wisconsin Geography Wednesday, so we've got that coming up for us a little bit later. There's a couple of cities here I'm not exactly sure where they are, and there's one that I'm not even particularly sure if I got it right. So I don't want to tell you
this one.
I don't want to tell you which one it is, and we'll find out all together here in the next few calls.
We got calls in from Gleason, Texas, Casper, and Tucson. And you're not sure which one you're not sure about?
There's a couple.
Texas, you feel pretty good about that.
I am confident
I
I know where
Casper is.
Yeah.
Wyoming.
Well,
All right, let's start in Gleason, wherever that may be, and talk to Carl. Carl, good morning. Where in the world is Carl and Gleason?
Well, Carl and Gleason is going to be between Rhinelander, Merrill, and Antigo.
That sounds like your reception
there.
Sounds like your reception's pretty spotty up there in Gleason, got to be honest.
Yes.
What's on your mind, buddy?
Well, I'm going to go back 3 years. So I think that was Love's first year as a starter, right? Everybody goes like, oh, they're young. Then we had the same issue.
Yeah, we're gonna have to punt.
So
on
what? I don't.
Carl.
Again,
Yeah.
I'm not here to disparage the town of Gleason.
No.
Especially since I'd never heard of it until now. But we got to get Carl a landline. We will fast pass Carl if he calls back, or ship the shore hookup.
In fairness to Carl, he had called from the shop, and he sounded okay in the shop, but it was loud in the background. So I actually he said he would go step outside.
And you made it worse,
and now
Jesse.
that's worse.
No,
so.
let him call from the shop. I like a little, whatever he's doing in the shop.
What kind of shop is it?
Well, let's take a different call. Then we'll go back to Carl in the shop. Carl, go back in the shop.
Yes.
Carl in the shop in Gleason.
Yes, Carl in the shop.
All right, let's go to Reggie in Texas, who Jesse may or may not have told to go stand outside. Reggie, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. I'm already outside. I'm out here way out in the spread, so I don't have a shop here.
You sound great, by the way.
Oh, great. Thank you. What I was going to say was this. Time of possession is a big thing, and in at least the last two games, especially last week at New York, they had the ball for 36 minutes. I think the average possession per team is about 10 to 12. I think the Packers have had it 16 times the last two games total. So if you're not getting the ball, you can't score. The defense isn't getting off the field. They've been run on by Doolittle, whatever his name was, the ex-Cowboy, and then they had a Giants team that didn't even have Scatterboo. You got to get off the field, and they're really missing Kraft's damages, yards after the catch. They're not getting it. They don't get it from Musgrave. They don't get it from Wilde. They don't get it from Fitzpatrick. They've got to make that up somewhere. And I'm going to tell you something, Tucker, Golden, I'm sorry, the Texas boy. He's all hat, no cattle. I haven't seen anything from him. I know he's been injured, but if you want the ball, you got to show me why you need the ball.
Dude, Reggie, we're not Jim Rome, who had historically that great line about rack 'em after calls. But between the Doolittle reference, Dr. Doolittle, he's all hat, no cattle about a guy that played at Texas. From a guy who's calling from Texas? Are you kidding me?
That's what he said, yep.
That was money. Doolittle. He did not do little against the Packers' run defense. He did a lot.
Sunday he didn't. He'd be doing big stuff. Yep.
All hat, no cattle. So let me ask you this, Tausch, because of what Reggie brought up there. Have we, and again, we, hand up, myself included, have done some crowning prematurely.
Yeah, you crowned him early. You did.
I think Rob Domofsky was crowning him earlier. I think you're confusing the two of us.
Rob right under that bus, huh?
Well, he was the one who said, I never saw him drop a pass in training camp. I was the one who said even Davante Adams, who turned out to be one of the greatest wide receivers in the NFL, took some time. And I was more on the patience is a virtue with even if it's a first-round pick with rookie wide receivers. So I'm just being clear on my position on him. But I thought he would be more productive than he's been. There's no denying about that. Do you think he's all hat, no cattle, or do you think he's just taking riding lessons right now? And that's the issue.
He has not been as impactful as I thought and as I hoped. That night Mark Murphy got up there and proclaimed the first wideout drafted since 2002 and everything else. So is it crazy for me to say that Savion Williams has been more impactful than Matthew Golden so far?
Crazy to say that. In very few snaps and while wearing a walking boot most of the week.
Yeah. Matthew Golden's season has been what you would expect from a young rookie. He's not been consistent. He hasn't been able to stay healthy. It does take time, and that's why I think Green Bay has been so hesitant to use a first-round pick when they have a team that they believe is championship caliber. They want you want to get a first-round pick that can be that big impact on a roster immediately. Typically, wideouts, especially with how Green Bay does it, that's not the case. So take that for what it's worth. He hopefully will kind of get healthy and maybe make a little bit. I thought he'd make more of a splash in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know how many opportunities he's going to get. But as we sit here right now, he obviously had the one big play. I think that was versus Arizona. I can't remember when he made that. He had the big play on fourth down.
Yeah, he had 3 big plays. I think he had like 86 yards on 3 catches that day. I think it was maybe Cincinnati. Maybe not Arizona.
So I'm probably being a little hyperbolic, but or a prisoner of the moment because Savion made that huge play last week
on one of his 2 snaps.
When you start looking at the expectation game, which I know we always get in these arguments, expectations were super high for Matthew Golden. They were not for Savion. I would say Savion has probably hit that bar maybe a little bit closer than what Matthew Golden has. But no, all hat, no count. Come on now.
It's a good line, though.
It's a fun quote.
Good line.
But I am not one of these guys that is going to write somebody off after 9 or 10 games.
No.
I think you see his talent, but
I agree.
We do this. You get excited and you start crowning people, and typically it's going to take a little time. Let's give Matthew Golden a little bit of time, and let's let our veteran guys, until Matthew Golden proves he can consistently be out there. I don't want to be beholden to Golden.
Carl's back in the shop if we want to catch up.
Oh,
with
let's
him.
go, Carl. Yeah.
Oh,
I hope there's saws and there's wood lathes and there's sanding, and I don't know what kind of work Carl does, but I hope it's loud and proud.
The sound of the welding torch. Let's. What did you think? Yes. No. By the way, your line about Golden, because Jesse chimed in there to let us know Carl was back. You did not get as much of a, hey, that was really good, and I know that's important to you.
Great line.
It was a great line.
Beholden to Golden.
Beholden to Golden was money.
Well, I didn't ask for it. I've now come to the conclusion you guys are just so used to being awed and laughing at my stuff that I'm not going to expect it anymore. And that's fine.
All right, let's go back to Carl. Let's go back to Carl.
Price you pay. All right.
Let's go back to Carl in the shop. Carl, greetings in Gleason. Welcome back.
Yes. Thanks for having me back. So here's my thing. I work in a weld shop, by the way. So
I nailed it.
Here's my thing.
You got him. Got him.
I want to go back 3 years. Right? I think that was Love's first year as a starter. Everybody was talking about, the inconsistencies, the pre-snap stuff. They're young. A lot of the same stuff last year. A lot of the same stuff this year in games that they're losing and can't score. I think it's the coach. I'm not saying you got to get rid of the coach, but something's got to change somehow, some way. I was in the Navy. You trained recruits. And by the time you got done training recruits, those 2 months you spent with those 88 kids, you had 88 mini yous walking around. They acted just like you. They personified what you did, how you walked, how you talked. And I'm not impressed with what our head coach, puts forward.
Carl, as the son of a welder and an army man, thank you for your service, and thanks for the glimpse inside the shop.
I have to ask Carl. I have to ask Carl a question. You knew I had questions.
I know. I wanted to get my thank you in before we ran out of time.
I love this.
Yep.
Welding versus soldering. Can you explain the difference? What?
Well, they're not nearly similar. One, you're heating up metal and actually combining a metal, where solder, you're heating up a much softer metal to kind of glue them together.
Duh!
I don't know.
It's kind of similar. I mean, it's not that much different.
Not exactly.
No, tell him, Carl. Tell him.
Get him. All right, Carl. Yeah. Carl, you rascal.
Love you guys, but no, it's not. I love you guys.
Fair enough.
That was awesome. I'm glad we got Carl back.
Well, just wait a second. Carl, in fairness... So Carl's an expert. I'm not trying to say welding 2 metals, right? You use heat. You still use heat to get when you solder, and you're still putting metal with what else to get things to come together.
I feel
You're
like
telling me that's like apples and oranges?
No, I think it's like it's
the
like
way
a
Carl responded there,
apple
you would have thought
and a
you
green
would have thought
apple.
that I was talking about something completely outworldly. I'm not saying they're the same thing, but come on, man. It's not. This isn't A to Z in the alphabet. This is more like A to G. Like, come on, dude. He's got it like it's from here to here. It's not. Like, what are we doing here? No, actually, there's nothing like that. What? Come on.
Okay.
You came into Carl's shop, and then you got after him a little bit. That's not very nice.
Exactly.
Like, he's the expert here. He said you weren't close.
Exactly.
We're not woodworking metal experts around here.
Okay. The good news is we got Carl back. The bad news is it is now 10:28.
Oh, look at that.
Homer's supposed to be on at 10:30. Did you want to move him up a segment like we did with Domofsky last week?
Well, how many calls we got left? Let's get through the calls, and then we'll have Homer.
I see 3 more on hold here.
Oh, that's
All
a
right,
lot.
Jesse, tell me what to do here.
Let's go rapid fire calls next before Homer. He's used to coming on at 10:40.
All right, so Tausch is going to tell us about Tito's vodka.
Yep.
Which he does not drink when he's soldering.
How do you know?
If he does,
I'll tell you what, if you are welding, you just get done with a great weld, and you get all that put together, or you solder something together beautifully, or your favorite team wins the game, you know how you celebrate? Crack open that Tito's, put it with a Bloody Mary, put it with a tonic, put it with a cranberry, whatever it might be. Tito's just hits right, and they also give back in a big way, partnering with nonprofits, doing real good in the communities across the country, especially for our four-legged friends. So next time you're raising a glass, make sure it's Tito's handmade vodka, crafted to be savored responsibly.
More of your calls next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tausch here, reminding you there is no better product and no better taste than delicious Grassland butter. Well, I'm counting down the days until our Thanksgiving feast, and you know what I'm most looking forward to? Not the stuffing, not the mashed potatoes, not even the turkey. I can't wait to spread that pure and delicious taste of Grassland butter on everything I can. Can always count on Grassland to produce the highest quality butter right from the farm to your Turkey Day table. Grassland has been producing that high-quality butter since 1904. That's more than 5 generations. And we can all be thankful for the hard-working Wisconsin dairy farmers that help produce the highest quality ingredients that give Grassland its rich flavor. Thank you, farmers, and thank you, Wisconsin, from Grassland Dairy. Butter better with better butter. Learn more about Grassland's story and check out some creative new recipes at grasslandbutter.com. Grassland Dairy, crafting butter for 5 generations.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. Keep it right here after Wilde and Tausch, and join us for the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
WIAA State Championship football is here. Listen to all 7 state title games streaming live on the ESPN Wisconsin app and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. From Edgar to Arrowhead, from Grafton to Little Chute, catch the thrilling conclusion to every state title contender season only on Zimbrick Honda's championship presentation of Prep Mania. Streaming live on the ESPN Wisconsin app and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
At Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction, you won't have to worry about your old lawnmower pulling a hamstring. They make buying and selling easy. Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction is simple, reliable, and unlike your fantasy team this football season, they'll actually deliver. Have equipment taking up space? Let them be your surplus solution. You send it in, they list it, people bid, and you actually win. Bid, buy, sell, and score big today at WisconsinSurplus.com. Because winning isn't just for game day. WisconsinSurplus.com.
Striving for excellence is exactly what we do.
Our suite of master craftsmen ensure every roof we install will last.
We believe in giving you exceptional results.
And the satisfaction and durability you want with your suite of metal roof.
I'm Mike.
And Mary Suita. Enjoy the long-lasting architectural strength and beauty of a Suita metal roof.
SWITA metalroofing.com.
Suita Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
Sharon needed legal help. she needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
We shopped at Chalmers because my husband wanted to get me a larger diamond in my engagement ring.
The folks at Chalmers said, well, we could just make it like this and we could do these things. Really just basically decided that there wasn't any place else we wanted to shop.
And not only did they create this new engagement ring for me with this gorgeous center stone, they also rehabbed this other ring, and I am beyond pleased.
Her favorite thing to do now is to walk around and show her hands and have people comment on it.
Your family's safety is your responsibility, and it starts with a solid roof. When the next storm rips through and takes some of your shingles with it, call Badgerland Exteriors. Or looking to replace your whole roof but don't want to break the bank? Let the team at Badgerland Exteriors give you a free, no obligations estimate.
AJ with Badgerland Exteriors here. Contracting made easy is more than a tagline. It's how we run our family business. Visit BadgerlandExteriors.com to get started on your next project. That's BadgerlandExteriors.com.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
As the welding versus soldering debate rolls on in our text chain, let's get to 3 calls. I'm sorry to do this to you, Bruce, Terry, and Tom. But Homer, of course, has Grandpa Uber responsibilities, so we need to go kind of expeditiously with you. Sure. So let's start in Casper with Bruce. Bruce, good morning. What do you got?
It's Cass, Bill. I'm doing great.
Oh, my
God. Come on, Jesse. Sam Country. Great basketball. What are you doing?
Cassville. I know Cassville.
Cassville?
Yeah.
Come on.
Sorry,
Bruce, we're sorry.
We
That's
apologize
embarrassing
on
for us.
Jesse's
That's my
behalf.
fault. That's my fault.
He sucks.
Embarrassed.
Bruce, what do you got?
Okay. Packers are 6-3-1. They're not doing too bad. They're looking pretty good so far. I mean, 2010 team, it kind of looks like that. And you guys then just talking shit about them. They should be talking shit about.
But he's gone. Yeah, can't be doing that.
Wow.
Whether you're in Casper, Cassville, or anywhere.
All right, well, that speeds up the process. All right.
Next.
Bruce. Deuces, Bruce. We're not talking blank. We're asking a question, Bruce.
What is happening here?
Sam Okie was an Iowa Hawkeye anyway, so let's move it along. The hell with it. Let's go. I'm not going to sit here and put up with blank from Bruce. To hell with you, Bruce. Let's go. Who's next?
My God, what happened just there?
I don't know what just happened. It's entertaining. Next.
Terry Tucson.
Come on. Terry, please don't use profanity. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I promise I will not. 2 quick comments and a question. I think Versace should be replaced. I don't know who he's got pictures on, but it must be somebody. Secondly, Jordan Morgan, following him at the University of Arizona, has always played the left side. He's never been over on the right side. I don't know where the disconnect is on that with him drafting him. My question is, who decides who participates in what package? They're just talking about snap count, so who's making the decision where Musgrave isn't getting very many snaps? And LaFleur said this before, other players didn't get enough snaps in that.
Yeah, good question.
Yeah, great question.
First of all, Terry,
great question.
Great insight. I totally agree with you. I was talking to Jordan Morgan last week. I'm going to write something about him this week. You're exactly right. He's not comfortable. And whether or not you agree with him saying it out loud, but Tausch, he's been consistent. I want to be a left tackle. Now, Again, I don't know if you're supposed to say that, but he has. That's where he's
If you're a
comfortable.
first-round pick.
It's like the only position he hasn't played extensively.
Well, he did a bunch in preseason. Well, let's just be honest. That's been mismanaged too.
Yep.
They tried to do a bunch of different things, and they were, to Stenovich and everybody's credit, they're trying to find a way to get their best 5 out on the field.
Yep.
This young man wants to be the left tackle. He's had to work through. I think in an ideal world, when you make that decision to put Elton Jenkins at center, throw him in at left guard. And if I know Banks has played his whole career, maybe find a right guard. There's 100 different ways to do it. You want to put Jordan Morgan out there. You want to get him reps. I don't know what the future holds for Rasheed Walker. I believe he's going to sign a nice deal and move on, and they're going to put Jordan Morgan out at left tackle where he belongs. But that's 2 years late, and then you have less time to evaluate him when you're going to have to think about giving him a fat new deal after 4 or 5 years, because if he plays left tackle at a high quality, it's going to be a heavy price tag you're going to pay there.
Right.
So it's been bungled.
Bungled, what a great word. Almost as great of a word as soldering. All right, one more call. Again, this is a profanity-free zone. Bruce in Casperville. Let's go to Tom in Tennessee. Tom, good morning. Your thoughts?
Oh, yeah. Morning, how are you?
We're good. How are you?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thanks for taking the call. Love the show, guys. Tauscher, thanks for all the memories there out on the gridiron and bringing that trophy back home there. Great, you guys are great. But gripes, I got gripes with LaFleur's play call, and I know he did pretty good this last week, but here's the series that really got me going. The Giants drove all the way down, third down after third down, fourth down after fourth down. Finally stop them 4th and 3, and you go run, pass, punt, just like the 80s, just like the late 70s, you know? And that just drove me crazy, just like my dad screaming at the TV when I was a kid, you know? And the defensive guys, they're not robots. They need to rest. Construct a long drive, for Christ's sakes, you know? You don't have to throw the bomb to Christian Watson. I know he's got trouble tracking the bombs. You know, he can catch a long ball real good now, but a bomb, I don't know. I don't know. That's one of my gripes, you know.
Oh, I don't know if I can give if I could give a tie for first place on calls today. It is not Bruce.
Bruce gets an F.
Dead last, Bruce. Yeah.
Oh, he got an F. I'm glad that he didn't get to F in the rotation of profanities. But between Carl in a shop and Tom in Tennessee, those are two phenomenal calls. Really great. Yeah. And Matt LaFleur acknowledged that going for the deep shot on 3rd and 2 after you just gotten the 4th down stop after a long drive, that was less than ideal. He would also argue that was probably a ball that Watson should have caught. I think that's one of the drops that they were graded with. It was a tough catch, but I think they gave him a drop for that. So good point by Tom. Great call by Tom. Time to get to Uncle Homer way late, but not until Tausch tells us about American Family Insurance.
I sure will. And I want to make sure, Tom, I'd like to hear from Tom more often.
Yes.
Tom, we need you more. We also need more help. Badger fans, join my wife, Sarah, and I as we have teamed up again with American Family Insurance to raise some funds towards the American Family Children's Hospital. Through a virtual toy drive, all donations, they go towards therapeutic supplies and toys that are going to help thousands of children and families all across the country. And American Family Insurance, as they've done the last 3 years, have stepped up. They will match every dollar donated all the way up to $50,000 through the end of the year. So if we can hit our goal, we will raise $100,000 towards the American Family Children's Hospital. Visit amfamkids.org. That's amfamkids.org to donate today.
Homer's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Upgrade to Iron Jock. Available now at ironjock.com.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 6 years.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Ends 11/30/2025.
Calling all hard seltzer lovers. It's time to keep it tasty with Neutral Vodka Seltzer. Made with real vodka and real juice. Neutral delivers clean, refreshing flavor with every sip. From pineapple to watermelon, orange and lime, there's something for everyone. Perfect for any occasion. And when it's game day, make it a tasty game day with Neutral. The ultimate drink to cheer, chill, and keep it tasty all day long. Neutral, keep it tasty. Enjoy responsibly. 2025 Anheuser-Busch, Neutral, flavored vodka and carbonation. 4.5% alcohol by volume, St. Louis, Missouri.
The holidays bring sparkle and light to the season. The same way Goodman's Jewelers has been bringing the sparkle with our custom pieces since 1933. Generations have relied on our trust, service, and selection. This holiday, shop local. Shop Goodman's Jewelers in the heart of Madison, touching hearts with Goodman's sparkle and light. 220 State Street. Find our extended holiday hours at goodmansjewelers.com.
The best is at Goodman's.
Hi, Dave from Canopy Wealth Management here. Our balanced approach helps guide you through a complex and ever-changing landscape. Throughout your family's financial planning journey, we will serve as a partner, advocate, and steward in all aspects to help you achieve your goals with confidence. At Canopy, care, competence, and clarity, it's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
Wisconsin icon.
It's all about the Badgers.
The dawn of the Wisconsin Badgers.
We did it better than everybody for 20-some years.
Joined by two of his football legends.
I like all of them, except for quarterback.
I like defensive ends.
Hey,
I really like defensive ends.
Someone didn't like kickers at one point.
The Barry Alvarez Show with Barry Alvarez, Tarek Saleh, Derek Engler, and Jesse Nelson. Live from Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton every Monday night. Right here on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
There's a lot to be thankful for this season at Metro Ford of Madison. Get the 2025 Ford F-150 STX, now available with 2.9% APR for 66 months. That's just $16.64 per $1,000 financed. Or if leasing's your style, drive home the F-150 STX for just $299 a month with $3,859 due at signing for 36 months. Don't wait. These thankful offers end November 19th. Find your next Ford today at MetroFordofMadison.com.
We're on the Packers.
Days like today are a good reminder that Jordan Love is ready. Give him more of the load. Jordan Love needs to be your guy.
Nobody covers the green and gold like 100.5 ESPN.
He is the voice of Marquette men's basketball, including tonight's on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee. You also hear him with your best 60 minutes of your day on the Homer Hour. Last night he had Ted Kellner
I was just going to say, I got a chance to catch up with Ted over the weekend, and he was mentioning how honored he was that Homer, the broadcasting legend, invited him on the show.
Yeah, I was looking forward to joining and getting to talk to Ted myself, and I was informed that I wasn't appearing on the show, as I normally would on a Tuesday.
Oh, the bump did a bump.
And I was informed shortly before I was supposed to be on. Thanks a lot.
Oh, he's irritated.
Now I feel good about making you wait till 10:47 to appear on the program.
He's not going to forget this one.
Hello, Homer. How
Jason
are you?
doesn't hold a grudge.
Not at
He's
all.
Not a grudge
my gosh, you're punishing me by bringing me on at a time you brought me on probably 15 other times. You're nailing me today, boy. That is.
How come you bumped me? I was looking forward to talking to Ted.
Because this was about Ted, and I wanted to give Ted as much time as possible to talk. So
I think that's a good choice.
What
did we learn?
He'll come on your show. He'll come on your
Homer,
show.
what did we learn from Ted?
Yeah, that's exactly the question I want to ask. What did we learn?
We learned that I'm very, very positive about next season because you said they had no money. They're bottom third of the Big Ten, and next year they'll be in the top third. And I'm in the process of starting my search for gambling to see the lowest number that I can get for Wisconsin wins. They'll either have 7 or 8, and it's that simple. The pathetic play is over, and now it's just a question of how much better they'll get based on how they use the money, which is the story of most teams. I did not discuss it with Ted, but I'm a firm believer someone should be fired. It is inexcusable, unbelievable that the great Wisconsin football program could be where they're at this year, according to what Ted said. Nothing's going to happen, and it's probably best to move forward, but that's not – I didn't believe it was possible till he told me, because people said that. I go, that's not possible. This paying players didn't start this year. And if I were Luke Fickell, I would have quit last summer knowing the schedule I had and my chance of winning, which was none, given the amount of money I had. And now I understand why when I watch him, he doesn't seem that excited or involved. Clearly he is, but he knows he had no chance this season. So
what did Ted have to say
next year? Next year will be
okay,
fun.
Great. I'm all in. That sounds fantastic to me. What did Ted have to say about does he believe that the struggles the last 2 seasons, obviously the injury to the quarterbacks, but does he believe that it was all money related?
No. I mean, all the injuries and all the different things. And again, you'd have to, where do you listen to it? I mean, listen to it in what he says, because right now I'm telling you more what I say. And that.
But you just interviewed him yesterday.
Right. Well, basically, he gave a lot of.
So what did he say?
He said all the injuries and things like that. He believes in Luke Fickell. They've had a ton of injuries, and in addition, brought up the money part of it. But he didn't talk only about that. I talked only about that. He didn't say they would be 8-4 next year. He was willing to go 7-5. But no, he gave a number of reasons, many of which have stated before. But he's a huge fan of Luke Fickell. If they had asked him to give the money to fire him, he would have done it. But I think, and I can't remember because I don't listen real well, but it came to that it would have had to have been something that Chris McIntosh wanted. And it's really not really an issue because he didn't want to, and neither did Ted, so it really never came to that. But he did say, he'd help however he could.
So we can hear this on the ESPN Wisconsin app, and unlike our show, we can also get this on Spotify.
No, I don't know any of that. I don't know that's true at all.
Okay.
I have no idea. All I know is the app, ESPN.
They don't call him the greatest promoter in the world for nothing, people.
Who's that, me?
Herb True would have known exactly where
I don't know. Where can you get it? I don't know. I'm not sure where you can listen to it.
I said I know where you can get it. You listen worse than I do. I said the only place I know where you can get it.
Don't you throw me in with that.
I just did.
We just asked you if we could watch it on Spotify, and you said, I don't
know.
So what the hell are you talking about?
I already told you that you can listen to it on the app and YouTube. You can watch it as well.
Okay.
You talking over him while he was
most-
explaining it was kind of a point for Homer there.
Yeah, but he
Homer
he
wins
said
that
he
one.
didn't know. He literally said,
He
"I
didn't
don't know anything
know.
about that."
Homer, anything else?
About
anything else?
Spotify.
Because I am going to go back. I'm going to go back and listen to that. I don't know if I'll do it on
And
Spotify
I'd
or wherever.
be curious
But
what you think after you listen.
Yeah,
because I think
I-
in this case you might actually
So-
listen. But I felt
I
very
will. I
good
was
for
gonna-
you. This fear of Wisconsin stinking and not being able to win in the new system is garbage, and they will prove it next year. How they could get to
All
this
right, awesome.
situation again, I won't do the story. But if I were the chancellor, somebody would be fired today when I find out exactly how this situation for this year occurred. Because the guy that it's not fair to is Luke Fickell, and if I was the coach last summer, I would have quit. Because he had no chance to succeed with this amount of money and this schedule.
All right.
All right.
So
anything else that Ted said that really raised your eyebrows?
Nothing but
when
the
I
money.
when
The
I
money
do
was
tune
so
in to
big.
listen.
The
What?
money was so big. I obsessed on it. I can't think of anything else because I'm so much happier knowing that they're going to be good next year. And this idea
All
that
right.
they have to wait 10 years and they can't get garbage. They'll be good next year. And as occurs with all the schools, the ability to win is based on how you use the money. And that isn't a guarantee. Because
Got to evaluate well too.
you have to evaluate very well. And the premise, I think you'd need to ask Barry Alvarez this, the premise of developing relationships is garbage. It comes down to one thing and one thing only, money. So for a head coach to spend time developing a relationship with a high school coach over a player is a waste of time if he sees they're nowhere in the neighborhood with the amount of money that player is possibly getting. Why talk to them? Doesn't matter. So I would defer to Barry Alvarez on that. But the concept of recruiting is now much more to me like the NFL and drafting. It's going to be how you choose to use the money. And I don't know the other quarterbacks like the kid at Indiana, which I believe Wisconsin wanted, but they didn't have enough money. But that doesn't necessarily mean that he would have gone to Wisconsin. Equal money, would he have picked Wisconsin or Indiana? Or so you do have that issue if the money is equal. But I would assume in most cases you just then have to ante up a little more to get someone. Professional football, folks.
I have the link if you want to watch this on YouTube. I have the link for that. I will share that momentarily. It can be found in the other places that you also get your podcasts, except for ours, of course. And it absolutely can be found on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Homer,
Not like that to help promote the other things.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
You sound like Ted really convinced you.
Yes. Yeah.
And Ted is obviously, first of all, he's the most down-to-earth rich guy in history. Secondly, he obviously
I don't know enough rich people, but I would agree with you on that in the ones that I've met.
Of the ones that I've encountered. I would also say that the schedule is easier next year, so that's encouraging.
Much easier.
I'm a little leery of your proclamation that they're going to win 8 games. I hope they're going to pay 2 quarterbacks then, because
no.
Okay, well, if you don't have a collegiate Malik Willis, you are in peril of having the same problems that have occurred these first 3 seasons, which have included.
I probably should correct that. Yes, because they're going to probably pay more for the first. But yes, I believe they will pay appropriate to have a backup quarterback. I'm not sure the guy they're playing now wouldn't be an appropriate backup. I'm a huge fan of his.
Yeah, and he's young and
Smith,
has time to
is that his
develop
name?
if he gets
Linebacker
the chance
Smith?
to. Yeah.
But
I know
yes,
you've
I
got.
believe with the money they'll be able to have more depth at quarterback, which is a legitimate complaint. Yes, their quarterbacks have been hurt, but that doesn't mean you have to stink at the position.
Correct. You don't. That doesn't mean you should have a game that you win with your punter being your leading passer.
Nicely done, yes.
Last thing, because I know you've got Uber duty.
I do.
So when you talk to Ted and he talks about these things, did he talk about, whether he feels like he expects return on his investment on his investments? What does he expect as a return on his investment as being the benefactor for Wisconsin football?
He just wants to help. Because so this investment failed, okay? He'd still invest the next time. He adores the school. He adores everything about it, not just sports. And he'll keep helping in the ways he thinks are good, regardless of any failures. It won't affect his. I mean, they're going to name everything but the school after him, right?
I would think so.
Just remember only one thing. When you interview me, and then you interview Ted, one of us, only one, earned an athletic letter by participating in a sport. He, of course, is the most famous member of the W Club based on his incredible kindness. But only one of us went on an athletic field and earned the athletic letter.
More of a hard court.
He tried, and he was 10 times the athlete I ever was at any level. He tried, but came up a little short in that area. I, on the other hand,
came up a little short on the balance sheet.
No, chose the team in a school because I knew they were so bad that I had a chance. Back then, even a very good judge of talent. They were, and had I come to Wisconsin at any time after the fall of 1972, I wouldn't have gotten a letter. But, oh, baby, I nailed it that year. Thank you.
Timing.
Thank you, Homer. Goodbye.
Yep. Bye.
Go pick up your grandkid. That is Steve the Homer True. You can hear him every weekday on the Homer Hour. Now, tonight's Homer Hour is abbreviated because Marquette basketball coverage begins at 5:30. But I will be on at 5:15 and then finishing up the show with him. Unless Ted Kellner decides to return for a second episode.
I got Bruce and Cassville joining him later.
Bruce does not need legal representation for using profanity on our show, but if he ever is injured in an accident in Cassville or anywhere else, he knows who to call. Gruberloff says, one call, that's all. 414-276-6666. 414-276-6666. Or go to the website, gruber-law.com to find out more. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Steinhoffels. Their Black Friday mattress sale is on now. Save up to $900 on top brands and get 60 months 0% financing only at Steinhoffels and steinhoffels.com. Close but not enough. A tipped cap from Barry Alvarez for Wisconsin football's effort against second-ranked Indiana. Coach hoping the outing serves as a building block for the program. His words from the latest episode of the Barry Alvarez Show.
I thought our guys, obviously, they weren't intimidated. They went out there and felt that they had a chance to win and went after them, but weren't strong enough to hold up for 4 quarters. And we have to get to the point where we're not celebrating moral victories. And competing for a half is not good enough. We've got a long, long way to go.
Get a whole house of new Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% financing for up to 6 years.
Wow. Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Win a pair of tickets to see Green Bay host Chicago on December 7th,
which includes access to Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination,
the Tundra Trio.
3 upscale homes just steps from the stadium, featuring next-level pre- and post-game festivities with gourmet food and premium drinks. Thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. Enter to win now at ESPNWisconsin.com.
Wherever you watch the game, nothing hits like the bold signature flavor of Dr. Pepper.
Enjoy an ice-cold Dr. Pepper during your next visit to McDonald's. No purchase necessary. Enter by November 23rd.
Grassland butter is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin. Grassland is family owned and has been crafting butter for 5 generations. That's why at Grassland Butter, you're more than just an employee, you're family. The Wietrich family believes in supporting each other, growing together, and building a workplace where everyone feels valued. Your voice matters at Grassland Dairy. Your success is our success. Join a team where culture isn't just a buzzword, it's how we live every day. Check us out online at grassland.com. That's grassland.com.
Hey, it's Riley Yauk. Stay in the know on area high school sports and follow ESPN Madison on social media for Prep Mania on Deck, each week's preview for the top games and events. Prep Mania on Deck is brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of high school sports and local communities.
Have you been waiting to buy your next home? Stop. Now is the time to get housed. What's up, Madison? It's Stacy from Bruner Realty. Nobody has a crystal ball to know what the future holds. The longer you wait to find your next home, the better the chance you'll be paying more for it than you would be today. Don't miss out on what could be the best opportunity to find your dream home. Contact our team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to help start your search. That's BrunerRealtyInc.com. Let's get housed.
Looking to take your baseball game to the next level? GRB Academy provides year-round training programs designed around your schedule and your goals. For over 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's leader in player development and advancement with a state-of-the-art 52,000 square foot facility of elite baseball training space and coaches who know how to get results. From youth to high school, baseball players trust GRB to help them reach their next level. Training program spots are filling quickly, so don't wait. Register now at grbacademy.com.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Hey, it's John Audius, play-by-play voice of Wisconsin Badgers volleyball. Join us for the broadcast coming up later today, right here on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app, brought to you by North and South Seafood and Smokehouse.
Thanks to Homer. Always enjoy him. Again, you can catch him on the Marquette broadcast tonight on ESPN Milwaukee. Homer hour, half hour, but I'll join at 5:15-ish. This is from Jesse Temple, who I've been along a fan of his coverage of the Badgers. Now he works basically for the university and for the collective with Badger Connect. Wisconsin loses another commit in its 2026 recruiting class. Offensive lineman Benjamin Novak, who flips to Indiana. He had been committed to the Badgers for more than a year. Here's the sentence that, and again, Jesse is part of the University of Wisconsin program now. Wisconsin has no offensive lineman committed in the class 2 weeks before the early signing period. So I just want to balance out Homer's encouraging words from his conversation with Ted Kellner, which I have tweeted out the link to the entire YouTube episode for you Badger fans that are interested. That sounds suboptimal. Now, in fairness, the recruiting period had been long underway before the announcement that the university was going to spend more extensively and support their program at a greater level. And you heard Homer say they're going to go, according to Ted Kellner, from the bottom third of the Big Ten to the upper third of the Big Ten in spending. So it sounds to me like they need to start spending on some offensive linemen if they don't have any in this year's recruiting class at the moment. Tausch, I cannot ask you about anything related to the University of Wisconsin when it comes to this kind of stuff. I'm very curious to see if Homer's projection for W's turns out to be accurate or not, because that is encouraging for him to have mentioned after his conversation with Ted Kellner. You need to tell us, though, completely unrelated, about Hard Rock Casino Rockford.
Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Jesse was just down there a couple times with Coach Alvarez for the Jesse Nelson Show. They got great table games. They got great slots. They got great food. I think Jesse actually got booed at the UU Noodle Bar. But what we're looking at, it's time to experience true high-limit play, surrounded by that rhythm, indulgence, and that great, unmistakable energy that the Hard Rock Casino Rockford provides. We elevate the high-limit room experience to deliver premium table games that are tailored for discerning players with enhanced game rules, including blackjack, where the dealer will stand on a soft 17. You enjoy the better odds, faster play, and the kind of authentic high-limit action that sets Hard Rock Casino Rockford apart. Your next hand could be your best bet yet. Visit the high-limit room at Hard Rock Casino Rockford and rediscover your game on your terms, in your rhythm, and with your edge. It's only about 60 minutes from the greater Madison area.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch starts in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
Hi, this is Dave Kane. You're listening to Madison's Home of the Bucks, a good Karma brand radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Wisconsin Surplus in Mount Horeb, your homegrown auction powerhouse. From government assets to vehicles and equipment, find your next deal at wisconsinsurplus.com. Good news for the Milwaukee Bucks on the Giannis injury front. After the Greek Freak had to leave the first half of Monday night's game in Cleveland against the Cavaliers with a left groin injury, ESPN Shams Charania first report yesterday that Giannis will only miss 1 to 2 weeks recovering from that injury. It was feared that it could be worse than that. The Bucks next in action tomorrow night at Fiserv Forum hosting the Philadelphia 76ers. Tip time set for 7 o'clock. Pregame coverage starts at 6:30 here on Madison's Home of the Bucks, 100.5 ESPN. Football, the Packers back to practice today as they get set to host the division rival Minnesota Vikings Sunday at Lambeau Field. Kickoff is set for noon. Packers have opened as 6.5-point favorites, according to ESPN Bet. The latest from Titletown, ESPN Packers reporter Rob Demovsky has it covered over at ESPN.com. We're also continuing to talk about it on Wilde and Tausch leading up till noon here this morning. And tonight, college volleyball, big showdown in the Big Ten. Second place on the line, 10th ranked Wisconsin, 11th ranked Purdue, 7:30 first serve.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. Better late than never. Am I right? Got caught up a little bit, sort of. Tausch, I am curious, going back to all the calls that we got, which I appreciated. That was fun, except for Bruce. I didn't appreciate that. You can't swear on the radio. Come on, man.
I think Bruce learned his lesson, and he'll be better next time.
Yeah, that just feels like a lesson that you should know going in. Like, you listen to the show, you know we say blankety blank.
I'm not a big band guy, but
It's a
I'm
complicated.
all right if
Hey,
Bruce
it's a complex world now where you've got a bunch of
I'm all right
podcasts
if
where
Bruce didn't
people
call.
swear all the time.
I'm good.
Cable TV, you can swear at certain times of the day and not others. It's a complicated thing. So maybe he just he's comfortable with us, and
it's
that's
one
why
thing
that
if it happens once. He went to that well immediately again. I'm good.
I mean,
Do
not
that when
only
I'm
that,
out.
he
You
did
can
it
have
like
Bruce call
twice
as
in
much as you want
5
when I'm out.
words.
Yeah.
Can I do want to ask one other question, though, related to the calls. and I say this with respect for Tom in Tennessee because it was a good, entertaining call. Do we think that he actually sounds that way, or was that a shtick?
You don't know Tom. How? I have no
I
idea.
don't. That's why I'm asking. What do we think?
You think he was being?
I thought it was very.
Whatever?
I thought. Speaking of Jim Carrey, who we started with,
this doesn't sound very Ted Lasso-y here.
I don't think that's fair.
I hate to tell you this, Jesse. I don't know. I'm not going to go down that road.
I appreciate you not going down that road.
Nelly! Continue, Teddy.
I think my role on
Timmy.
I think my role on the program is slightly different than my role in real life, but you're entitled to your opinion. It was a little over the top, I thought. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. You have the right to your opinion.
I think Tom was legit. I think he sounded.
do too.
I think he sounded like my father-in-law. He wasn't my father-in-law, but he sounded.
Are
like
you
him.
sure?
I'm positive. Yes. Yeah, but there were some similarities.
Okay. That's all I'm asking. I'm also asking questions today of Matt LaFleur. And the first one, well, I guess I won't be because he's going to be at the podium, or should be. He should have been there already. He's running late. Do you think Jayden Reed is good to go? And what is your expectation for what he can do? Because here's my question, Tausch, which I won't get to ask him. Have we underestimated how much they've missed him?
Yes. I felt like we kind of poo-pooed when he got hurt because
just
Matthew
Golden will take over.
Golden will get all these reps, and it will. If any time would be the time, this would be the time. We have more depth than we've ever had, and I think we found that is not the case. Jayden Reed has been really good. He's the guy that I thought would be one of the guys that comes out of here with a new contract and stays here for a while. I think now he'll have to kind of prove that he's back, and he's those collarbone injuries you got to come back from him, and you got to see that it holds up. So he brings a different skill set than I think the rest of this group. I feel like he's better underneath. He can do. I think he will be a nice substitute. He will not replace, but I think he will at least take a little bit of the sting away from the Tucker Kraft injury. That's how I see this, where he can do some underneath stuff, some yackage, some of the stuff that Tucker's awesome at, and obviously not blocking, but some of those underneath intermediate routes that I don't think you're looking at from – you're hoping Golden can get there, but that to me is where I think they've been missing it, and really Tucker's injury has really highlighted that.
So that leads to my overarching question. You just talked about how Bill Belichick and Thanksgiving. Look, the Packers have 7 games left. They will have 6 games when they wake up on Thanksgiving morning in Detroit and get ready for that one. That will be a big one, obviously. Do you believe that after all this kind of up-down offensive performance that we've seen, that they will be hitting their stride when it matters most? If they get Reed back, Tucker Kraft will not be back. We get that. They're dealing now with the Josh Jacobs injury. There are some people on our team that think that does not necessarily hurt them all that much. I'm not in that group, but I understand their point. Will they be hitting their stride at just the right time offensively, heading into the postseason and heading into the stretch run that would set them up for the postseason?
I mean, we all would hope so. I think we saw positive signs from our quarterback, but I can't sit here in good faith and tell you that I feel great about the consistency of what we're doing, running routes, catching the ball. I don't. I don't know if I'd say our running game is lighting anybody on fire and getting the play-action game going. So I just believe that Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love will figure some things out. I hope that would be the case last year. That obviously wasn't. So I think it's a hope deal right now. I don't feel like I'm not guaranteeing anything. I'm not saying no. You're going to get a good understanding, I think, this week with Flores coming in and with what the Minnesota Vikings do on defense. They're a good defensive team. I think, obviously, if we can get to 20-plus, I think 20-plus will win this game this week. I hope that we can do that, but we're still struggling on the can we generate a bunch of big plays. We got a couple last week, and that was enough. Can we continue to do that? Because I don't think right now, if you're asking me, can we do a bunch of 80-yard, 12-play drives and be good to go get touchdowns? No, that's not where we're at. We need short fields. Now, it's obviously not the same case as, the Wisconsin Badgers where we need short fields, and I cannot lie. Here, I feel like we can have a couple of drives. But if we're asking this team to go 80-plus and score touchdowns, there has not been enough proof in the pudding to tell me that that's what this team's going to do.
Well, Matt LaFleur is at the podium, and he says that Jaden Reed is not cleared to practice yet. So, guess the window ain't opening today.
Try again.
All right. That's not great.
Maybe they'll open it tomorrow. Maybe it's just not this week. But I think we can now say that if he's not practicing today, probably hard to get him ramped up in time for Thanksgiving. And
no, I think the Bears game is where you're looking for that anyways.
Okay. We'll see. We will see. Jesse, let's play some trivia.
Is there a point now with him and maybe Marshawn Lloyd and are we going to have to cut Havrasek here pretty soon to get that roster spot?
It's a great question, but if you've got a question about McManus's health and you didn't kick him on Sunday, and Matt LaFleur made the comment that he thought it was perhaps a product of him kicking 2 days in a row last week, can you afford to cut Lucas Havrasek?
So if he's gonna kick like he did last week, absolutely
right, well,
you can.
I guess you could kick him. You could cut him. Think that because he missed 2 extra points, no one will claim him, and then bring him back on the practice squad, and then elevate him for game day if again McManus can't go. But again, somebody else just cut their kicker. Matt Gay got cut. Somebody took Jake Moody off the Bears practice squad. It's a kicking carousel around the league. So if you do cut Havrasek and somebody grabs him and then McManus can't go.
Well, you know who's out there.
Anders Carlson?
No.
The thicker kicker, whose name I don't even know?
No.
Greg Joseph, who talks in the third person?
No.
Mason Crosby.
The greatest kicker in the history of the NFL?
Jan Stenerud?
No.
Why don't you just tell us who you're thinking of?
Are you being serious? He's had some issues that was forced him to be cut, and he is now eligible to kick?
Odell Beckham Jr.?
All right.
Who is
Justin
it?
Tucker.
Oh.
It's Justin Tucker. Are you guys
he was
serious
terrible
right now?
last year.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Then don't. Yeah, I'm not saying sign him. I'm saying he's there. He's out there.
Okay.
He's free to kick.
Okay. I don't think anyone is ready to touch him with a 10-foot pole. And on top of that, isn't he suspended?
Nope, his suspension's up. He's free to kick. That's why I brought it up.
Yuck.
You were saying the same thing, and obviously it's not the same to the same degree, but the guy that's been kicking for you had issues too.
He did. Yep. That's undeniable. Oh man. There'd be a lot of questions that would get asked.
I'm going to tell you
Justin
this:
Tucker.
if he was still kicking like he did prior, somebody would have signed him already.
Yeah.
So I know we all
agree.
want to be the high moral police.
Yep.
I get
agree.
it.
You're right. Mm-hmm.
So let's jump off our little perch of perfection. He has definitely been accused of some raunchy, crappy stuff, but I don't think he's been convicted. Right? You have to help me out. I don't know.
He is not. No, I don't even think they've brought criminal charges. It's all been
so I don't know the whole deal, and I think the hope here is that McManus is healthy and go back and be McManus. That's what we need.
Yes.
How much confidence you have that that's the case? I don't have much.
Minimal.
There you go.
I
Do you have
trust him.
confidence that Haversick can go make a bunch of kicks? I do.
I trust McManus.
I think the
for
win
record.
got him.
I'm in the McManus club. I think he'll be all right. He just needs time to heal and not worry about his job.
So can he do that this week? Because you got a game. Hey, yeah, it's great that you got him. You feel like he's going to be healed this week?
No, I'm skeptical of that.
So what are you going to do
those of
this week, Jesse? With your I want to put McManus up. What are you going to
do? Go for 2.
Last year, in his final season in Baltimore, Justin Tucker was 22 of 30 on
Not good.
field goal attempts.
Woof. Yep, not good.
That was 73.3%. The first time in his career he was below 86% since 2015 when he was still over 80. He was at 82% that year. So he was now maybe the stuff that he allegedly did was hanging over him.
I would think that all of this stuff probably led to some of that,
him.
but it could be physical too. Who knows,
Precisely.
right?
Yeah. So you are not advocating for that, however, just to be clear.
I do not want – I'm just saying he is someone that is out there when you're starting to talk about letting go of Haversick, because a couple weeks ago I thought the Rams will bring him in. The Rams needed a kicker. And then Haversick misses a couple kicks, because ideally what you do is you keep that kicker on the practice squad and then you elevate in case McManus can't kick. That is how you want to do it, because if you're bringing 2 or 3 guys off of an injury list or you're bringing somebody in, it's not ideal to continue to have 2 kickers on your roster the entire way. You don't want to do that.
No, you do not. All right, let's play some trivia. Jesse, is today's trivia category kickers who were available for questionable behavior off the field, or no?
It is not. It's Wisconsin Geography Wednesday, and since we didn't play yesterday with Joe Thomason, we have 2 categories today. Double Wisconsin
What
Geography
happens
trivia.
if Bruce in Cassville is one of our contestants?
Fair and square. You just can't swear. Oh, that rhymes.
Well, then what if he swears? Do we
Swear,
go
he
back
just
and get a
can't
different group?
Say that again? I'm sorry. I was too busy
What happens if he starts cussing you out for your bad question?
Well, then we have to
Then
dump.
you boot him and find somebody else?
Then we punt him away and we figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to punt him. Tausch, you're big on big numbers, and you cannot lie. What callers would you like for trivia?
Just don't go too big. I have to get 2 of them today. Don't go too big, please.
Okay.
Time constraints here.
75 and 78.
Jesse, you pick the first number. I'll pick the second number.
13.
13 and 31. Nice and easy.
There you have it. Callers 13 and 31. 13
Gary
and
Ellis? Gary Ellis was an old 31, right? Ran real high with that big neck roll on the back.
Indeed. Caller
Al Harris.
13. I was just going to say Al Harris is the first one for me. Caller 13. 13s.
Chris Jackie.
I mean, right now, obviously, it's Dontavion
Maybe
Wicks.
he can kick. See what Chris is doing.
I don't think so. He's on Facebook a lot, I noticed. Caller 13 and caller 31 for Wilde and Tausch Trivia, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. Caller 13 and 31 play trivia after Tausch tells us about Coors Light.
Coors Light, oh, baby. Whether you're tailgating pregame, enjoying your experience during the game, getting done with a great weld, hammering out a great solder, whatever it might be, you want to celebrate, just crack open a Rocky Mountain cold Coors Light brewed with that 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered, and cold package, so it is made to chill. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Trivia's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Ready to watch the Packers like a VIP? Cousins Subs put you in the center of it all, on the 50-yard line in plush recliner seats, complete with personal TVs and your favorites delivered from Cousins Subs. 2 pairs of fans are selected before each regular season home game to enjoy this one-of-a-kind experience. Enter daily to win the best seats in the house, only from Cousins Subs. Cousins Subs. We believe in better. See rules and eligibility for details.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
The holidays bring sparkle and light to the season. The same way Goodman's Jewelers has been bringing the sparkle with our custom pieces since 1933. Generations have relied on our trust, service, and selection. This holiday, shop local. Shop Goodman's Jewelers in the heart of Madison, touching hearts with Goodman's sparkle and light. 220 State Street. Find our extended holiday hours at goodmansjewelers.com.
The best is at Goodman's.
'Tis the season to be planning your holiday events. Whether it's a party for 10 or 10,000, Celebrations has the sound, video, lighting, special effects, and custom-themed decor to make it the best party ever. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With us on your team, your holiday or New Year's party will be easy to plan and super fun to attend. DJs, casino games, lighting, and photo booths are just the beginning at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
It's football season in Wisconsin and the energy is electric. Get ready to fuel up the hype with Monster Energy. With bold flavors and that legendary kick, Monster gives you the power to go all 4 quarters. Whether you're tailgating before the big game, watching with friends at home, or catching every play at your favorite spot. Because game day isn't just about football. It's about bringing the energy wherever you are. Stop by your local Piggly Wiggly to pick up a Monster Energy drink today. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tausch here with an offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, you can get $1,000 off your Lugstone shower remodel and 0 interest financing for 12 months. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Alex Stroh for my great friends at Door County Distillery. Locally produced, handcrafted, award-winning spirits made locally in beautiful Door County. It's the best time of the year. It's bourbon season. Weather outside getting a little chilly, but you can stay warm with a delicious glass of the Door County Distillery bourbon. Or check out Door County Distillery exclusives like their cherry bourbon and their bat bourbon. It's bat good. Visit the website, doorcountydistillery.com. That's doorcountydistillery.com.
The Bucky Badger Student Mascot Fund was created to support the amazing student athletes who bring the best mascot in the world to life.
My name is Jake Huser. I was Bucky from 2021 to 2024, and my favorite memory of being Bucky was winning a national championship with both volleyball in 2021 and women's hockey in 2023.
Your donation will help fund new scholarships to ensure that the rich tradition of Bucky lives on. Learn more at supportbucky.org. That's supportbucky.org.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Good news. Again, not that we don't appreciate Bruce's support of our program, but he is not among the contestants for Wilde and Tausch Trivia, which it's time to play right now.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Cousin Subs and Iron Jock, performance apparel that actually performs. No stink, just performance, and proudly Wisconsin built. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Matt LaFleur, by the way, before we play trivia, saying that none of the IR guys are coming back this week at all, so that window will not be opened for Marshawn Lloyd or for Jaden Reed this week. On top of that, Josh Jacobs won't practice this week, but he's still day-to-day. And the plan is to try and get him healthy in time for Sunday's game. All right, let's play some trivia. Let's welcome in our contestants. First, caller 13 was Justin in St. Francis, formerly of Cudahy, not of Baltimore. Justin, good morning. How are you?
I'm good, guys. How are you?
Good, thank you. And then caller 31, Mailman Matt in Appleton.
Yeah. All right.
Good to have the mailman back. Hello, Matt. How are you?
I'm happy to be talking to you guys again.
Well, we're happy to have you. We're also happy to play Wisconsin Geography Wednesday Trivia. We begin, Justin, with your question number one, which is this. Which of these schools competing in the WIAA State Football Championship game has the shortest distance to travel to Camp Randall Stadium? Is it Reedsburg, Edgar, or the Wisconsin Badgers practice squad?
Oh, wow.
I'll go Reedsburg.
You would be
yes,
correct.
Sir.
The Badgers outside are going to be there cheering him on?
I would expect him to be. If he wants to get in the Hall of Fame, that'd be the next step.
I think the fact he's been snubbed by the Hall of Fame, I think he might not show up.
Oh, some hard feelings? Grudgy McGrudgerson?
I hope not. I hope he shows.
Matt, question number one for you. Which of these is the real name of a school competing for a WIAA State Football Championship this week? I thought you'd go farthest distance in the interest of fairness,
funny coming here.
but you did not. All right, which of these is a real name? Is it Cochran Fountain City, Medium Chute, or Lusconi?
Let's go with A.
I don't know if it's Cochrane or Cochrane, but Cochrane Fountain City.
Cochrane.
So I got it right the first time.
Cochrane.
That's up in the Eau Claire area, correct?
I believe that's correct.
Jesse?
The WIA, they didn't share the map that they usually share with all where the teams are from in the stuff they've shared this year. But there is a theme, if you haven't noticed, to what our trivia is today with the
Seems like it's high school football.
WIA State Football Championships airing on Thursday and Friday, streaming audio on the ESPN Wisconsin app and on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Yeah, we figured out the theme. Question two, Justin.
Timmy Lasso.
Tim Lasso.
Old
Yeah.
Timmy.
Very supportive.
Just a beacon of positivity. Old Timmy
What a
over there.
teammate.
Yeah. Old Timmy.
Question two. Some might say you guys bring out the worst in me. Question two, latitudinally.
That's what Ted Lasso always teaches. It's always somebody else's fault. Go ahead, Timmy.
Truman Lasso. Latitudinally, which of these high schools, Justin, competing in a WIAA state football championship game, that's the theme of the questions,
That's what I heard.
this week, is located farthest south? Farthest south. Is it Darlington, Mayville, or Notre Dame?
Oh, boy. I only know Mayville, so I'm going to go Mayville.
Feel like it's Darlington? Feel like it's Darlington.
Darlington is correct.
Notre Dame, of course, up here in the greater Green Bay Metroplex. All right, Matt, question 2 for you. Longitudinally, which of these high schools competing in a WIAA state football championship game this week is located farthest east? Farthest east. Is it Grafton, Winneconne, or Arrowhead?
Grafton.
Boom. Well done, Matt. That was tough. Question 3, Justin. Bayport High School, competing in the Division I WIAA State Football Championship game on Friday, is located in which northeastern Wisconsin city? Is it located in Swamico, Howard, or Alloway?
Go A.
A.
Say that again.
Swamico, I believe it was.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I wasn't sure if he got cut off saying Alloway or if he was saying A as in the answer.
Were you trying to have him get one wrong there?
No, of course not. I'm just pulling for Justin.
All right.
I have no comment. Question 3, because I'm Ted Lasso. Question 3, Matt, is this. I don't know if you're sensing a theme. Northwestern High School, competing in the Division V WIAA State Football Championship game tomorrow, is located in which northwestern Wisconsin town? Is it located in Webster, Stone Lake, or Maple?
I'm going to go with A.
That is really hard.
That's a tough one.
Third question. It's always a little tough.
In fairness, we gave him question 1. Medium shoot and lose a Connie.
That's true.
I thought that was Muskego. Lose it, Connie.
Oh, burn! Wow!
Oh, snap.
Wow! Give him an entry. That's a double entry right there. That's as good a burn as we've had here in a long time.
Matt, I thought we were friends.
Okay. Well, Matt.
That might be as good of a burn as when old girl burnt those pre-made mashed potatoes and had the fire truck come out a couple Thanksgivings ago. That's how good a burn that was.
A lot of Timmy Lasso here. All right, so Justin, you got 2 out of 3? 2 out of 3 right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, that's correct. Thank you for playing. You got 3 of the possible 4 entries. We appreciate you. Thanks, buddy.
I love you guys.
I love you guys.
Love you too.
And Matt, you also got 2 out of 3, which means you've got 3 of the 4 entries, although I think we can all agree that sick burn, bro, on Jesse merits another entry, but we can't give it to you.
100%. I actually want to throw him one of those Iron Shock lightweight hoodies.
I'm sure Jesse would check the rules and
and say that doesn't count, but I'll take it anyway. So,
all right. Well, we appreciate you playing.
You too, Jesse.
Love you too.
Yeah, we love you, Matt. Wow, what a crew today.
He's okay.
Wilde and
you know
Tausch
what's
Trivia
not okay?
is brought to you by Cousin Subs and Iron Jock. Cousin Subs $10 meal deal gives you a 7.5-inch sub, bag of chips or regular fries, fountain drink, and a cookie, all for just $10. This deal is only available online or through the Cousins app.
2 sponsors now.
Indeed there are. Barb's favorite part of the program, Whoa Nelly, is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
I knew that we were going to be getting engaged soon and needed to do some ring shopping. Heard the radio ads of Chalmers and decided, hey, we should give it a shot at Chalmers.
They were just awesome at accepting us through the door and understanding what she wanted in terms of how she wanted it, and they delivered.
Everybody always is telling me how sparkly my ring is. They tell me that they really like the style of the ring and the setting that it's in. I am ecstatic with it.
Thank you, Chalmers.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right. And naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything. From the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Celebrate the season of Audi at Audi Madison. Take advantage of 1.99% APR for 72 months when you purchase a 2025 Audi Q5 Quattro. National customer credit is good towards the purchase, finance, or lease of a new Audi, but is only available until December 1st. Check out AudiMadison.com to see current inventory and specials. Start your adventure at Audi Madison today, off the Beltline and Rimrock Road.
Ho, ho, ho!
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
What's better than cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand? Cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand that you got for 10% off. And when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank, you get even more. Like 10% off food and 10% off drinks on game day. Like that ice-cold beer in your hand. Plus 15% off Pro Shop gear. Only with Packers checking. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar, the better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Listen to that endless pour. Pure refreshment. If it sounds this good, just imagine how it tastes. Oh yeah, so good. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
Looking to join an international quality golf club right here in Madison? For a limited time at TPC Wisconsin, enjoy full golf privileges and all club amenities without full dues. Pay just $150 per month through March to maintain your full golf membership with no golf dues until April 1st. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Schedule a tour or submit a membership inquiry at tpcwisconsin.com and start enjoying the private golf club experience you deserve. That's tpcwisconsin.com.
What's up, Madison? It's John Audius. Today's Wisconsin volleyball broadcast is brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers. Join us for the broadcast coming up later today on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Time for a very abbreviated Whoa Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa Nelly
on Wilde and Tausch.
I'm sorry I'm blurry on the camera, but for the person who was making fun of my beard in the YouTube comments yesterday, I guess this is an upgrade for him. So appreciate that. Thank you.
You're growing a beard?
No, I haven't changed my facial hair in like
Hunting
6
beard?
years. No,
You gotta do a little hunting?
Neck beard?
Whoa Nelly.
I have not changed anything about my facial features in 6 years that I know of. And for whatever reason, yesterday, the beard was drawing attention from at least one person in the YouTube comments.
That's not true. There are times where you're clean shaven.
Yeah, it's for sure. Are you going hunting? Is that why you're rocking the beard, or what's the deal?
He's going with Joe Thomas. He's got that Vortex Hall of Fame
Vortex
beef package that he got.
Yeah.
I'm calling a state football championship game tomorrow, but I am not going hunting this weekend, and I don't think I've grown my beard out any more than... No, Muskego's not playing, Tausch. We've been...
I thought they won.
They were beat on Friday night by Bayport in a rematch of last year's state championship.
It's a good game.
It was a great game. Best high school football game ever per reports.
Whoa
It was
Nelly.
really entertaining. I was watching that on my television and watching Hunter with the call of Wanakee... and Dennis Semrau, and Homestead, with Homestead emerging victorious in that one as well.
Great games Friday night.
No, it wasn't Homestead. It was Heartland Arrowhead.
Yeah, Wanakee Arrowhead, yes. Last night, Beck and I went out. We went to the store to pick up some groceries, and then we were talking about stopping for dinner somewhere on the way home.
Why don't you just make dinner with the groceries?
That would have made sense, but it wasn't that kind of grocery. It was a minimal haul.
Okay.
We ended up stopping at a fast food restaurant and dining in, and we loved it. When is the last time you dined in at a fast food restaurant? It had been probably more than a decade for the two of us doing that, and we had a great time.
Wait, fast casual does not count, right? Like Ben Sims's favorite restaurant. You're talking like legit, like the Golden Arches type.
Correct.
Place.
Correct. Yes.
God, I don't remember the last time I did that.
Consider, since they're a partner, do you consider Dunkin' Donuts a joint like that?
Yeah, I would say yes.
No.
All right, well then
Coffee
Sunday.
and donut shop.
Yeah,
so
but
Sunday we did.
You sat Nature Donut in the Dunkin' Donuts.
I had a sandwich, yeah, a breakfast sandwich from there. So yes,
it's a great answer. Yeah,
thanks.
Is Cousins that or not?
No, subs are different.
There's a lot of rules here. So you're telling me that the donut shop makes the cut, but the sandwich shop doesn't?
It feels different.
Okay. Whoa, Nelly.
Whoa Nelly.
Mike Tomlin said Aaron Rodgers does not need surgery for his wrist injury that took him out of Sunday's game against the Cincinnati Bengals. The Steelers play the Bears at Soldier Field this weekend. How badly do you believe Aaron Rodgers wants to go own the Bears one last time, even if it's not the responsible thing to do? Jason?
Yeah, okay.
Nope, I defer to Tausch. She wanted to answer that one.
No. Listen, man, you're the Rodgers expert. You go for it, man. No, you don't think you're the Rodgers expert?
He's shaking his head. He looks like John Gruden.
You biographied him. You spent years with him. Yeah, you go for it, man. I don't think he cares that much. That's my take on it. Jason?
I think he cares deeply not about necessarily being able to shout, I own you, I still own you, although I'm sure he would like to do that. I think he cares more about, I don't miss games. He wants to play with a broken wrist in his left hand because that's what he cares about. So I think he is going to fight hard to play, but it's not because he wants to drop a, I own you, I still own you.
Take a snap with that. You're going to have to do everything out of
I don't know. They said it was a mild fracture or a small fracture. So, again, that doesn't strike me as a particularly responsible thing to do.
I kind of want to see him with one of those big old clubs. He's got to, be a seal.
Like John Anderson.
Like bouncing that ball around like he's a seal. Like, whoa, everything's got to be long snapped to him. He's got to, battle it up to himself and then catch it with his right hand. That would be fun.
Jesse, was that you being a seal with a beach ball? Is that what that was? The video's a little...
Well,
the video's
the question
a little
is,
blurry.
would you rather be a seal or a dolphin when you're battling that ball? Because dolphins are so elegant. Seals, it's a little more clumpy, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you this. I don't want to be a dolphin who gets kidnapped in Ace Ventura, one of the greatest films ever by Jim Carrey, and we've brought it all back before we're out of show. We need to wrap the show up coming up next. Before we can do that, I need to tell you about Bucks Plus.
Yeah, Bucks Plus. There you go.
Well, I've run into some email issues which caused me to have to toggle between two different email accounts.
Better to toggle than to taggle.
I don't know about it. I don't know. I don't know what that means. What I do know is Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance and HR and benefits consultant. Right now, the episode that you can find on the Bucks Plus Audio Network is Locked In, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. You can find that episode on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get your podcasts. Behind the Bucks, presented by Gallagher. We'll wrap things up next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tosher here for Pizza Hut, and let me tell you, Pizza Hut delivers a win every time with the Big Dinner Box. For just $19.99, get 2 medium, 1-topping pizzas, 8 boneless wings, and 5 breadsticks. Feed your whole team for one unbeatable price. Choose your crust, hand-tossed, pan, thin and crispy, or even tavern style. Order now for delivery or carry out at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. The Big Dinner Box for just $19.99, only at Pizza Hut. And remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Bruner Realty, providing excellent real estate and property management services in the Madison area for over 30 years. Contact our team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to get housed today. Close but not enough. A tipped cap from Barry Alvarez for Wisconsin football's effort against second-ranked Indiana. Coach hoping the outing serves as a building block for the program. His words from the latest episode of the Barry Alvarez Show.
I thought our guys, obviously, they weren't intimidated. They went out there and felt that they had a chance to win and went after them, but weren't strong enough to hold up for 4 quarters. And we have to get to the point where we're not celebrating moral victories. And competing for a half is not good enough. We've got a long, long way to go.
Get a whole house of new Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% financing for up to 6 years.
Wow. Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Win a pair of tickets to see Green Bay host Chicago on December 7th, which includes access to Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination, the Tundra Trio. 3 upscale homes just steps from the stadium, featuring next-level pre- and post-game festivities with gourmet food and premium drinks. Thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. Enter to win now at ESPNWisconsin.com. Wherever you watch the game, nothing hits like the bold signature flavor of Dr. Pepper. Enjoy an ice-cold Dr. Pepper during your next visit to McDonald's. No purchase necessary. Enter by November 23rd.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 6 years.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Ends 11/30/2025.
This is Ricky, owner of Infinity Exteriors here in Madison. I've seen it too many times. Homeowners paying thousands too much for new windows. Big promises of premium installs that never deliver. Madison, you deserve better. At Infinity Exteriors, we're local experts for energy-efficient windows, roofing, and siding with transparent pricing and no gimmicks. Every project comes with a lifetime workmanship because we believe in doing it right. We're on a mission to save our communities from overpriced, unqualified window contractors. Visit InfinityExteriors.com, proud partner of your Madison Mallards.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Stop in for an express oil change at Fish Hatchery Road on Saturdays. No appointment necessary. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. If you're looking for a place where you can better yourself while having a wonderful atmosphere, you have it at the Princeton Club. Strong communities, strong body, and strong mind. All it takes is one small step to start today. You will see that you have everything you need in order to achieve all of your goals. Find your better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. 8 Madison locations where you go in there, you take a tour, and you realize this is a place for me. Find more at PrincetonClub.net.
Hear all 7 state championship games on Zimbrick Honda's championship presentation of Prep Mania.
Christian Collins, see you later.
Streaming live on the ESPN Wisconsin app and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
I hope someday we'll sit down together and laugh with each other about these days, all our troubles we'll lay to rest.
We're already late for Rich Eisen. We apologize to Rich. Tausch, anything you'd like to leave us with?
Nope.
Okay. That's it for us today. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch? Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial